Hello.
Okay, you don't
It's
sound
me.
good.
Yeah, I know.
Not
So
feeling
I
well.
thought I'd. Yep,
So it's Friday for you, isn't it, Dominic?
it's Friday morning. Yep,
Happy Bamboo Day.
yep.
You can't say happy bamboo day till you get it and know what it's like.
What, you at the hospital?
Yes. I got here last night
What'd they say?
and they believe it's pancreatitis.
Have
And
you
what
had
is that?
Have you had that before?
I've had it once before,
Okay.
Don't they remove your
Couple of
pancreas
months
if
back.
you've had it before?
What's that?
Shouldn't it be removing your pancreas if they've had it before?
Remove your
No.
pancreas?
Well, part of it.
No,
Not-
at the
not me,
moment,
they didn't.
they are going to do an ultrasound,
Why the hell's
and then
Paul on?
after that, what was that?
I was watching Paul's live. Yeah, you're no longer live, Paul.
No,
Yeah, what about it?
He's no longer live.
Well, I'm right here.
Yeah? No, you've started a
Paul's
new
live.
live. Go on
Really?
YouTube. You've gone to a completely new live. I've just found it.
Wow.
Hey, guess what?
So we're not live here?
Yeah, we're live now. I've just posted in the chat. Live this time. Literally, your last stream just ended and restarted.
Well, yeah,
A completely new stream.
that makes sense because my internet and everything's been acting screwy the last 20
There you go.
minutes.
Looks like we're doing ramen for dinner.
yay.
No.
You're gonna have to post a link again now, Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Gonna have
And
to
take
go.
that stupid heart thing away.
Yep.
You know what, Paul? Feels like you've only just done it.
Mm.
Oh, my legs hurt.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to pin back up there again.
Yay.
So Dominic, they're going to run some tests, are they?
Yep. 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 I was just waiting for admission last night while I was listening to your show. Actually, I think yeah, I lurked for the whole show. About what, 4.5 hours or so?
Yeah, it was a hell of a long show.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
Rigger says right now we worldwide have some incoming CMEs, solar flares right
Yeah.
now.
Coronal mass
And it's going to be
injections.
disruptive in a lot of areas.
Oh
Okay,
no, I've
so
heard
good.
I've heard that quite a few times before in the past, and nothing ever happened. So
Mm.
Well, they better not, or they'd have to answer to your governor.
So this is my question. But the solar flares affected my drone today.
actually, yes, that can happen.
Yep, they could happen.
Yeah,
They
I
tell
tell you
you
what,
if you're aware of a solar flare, don't fly.
I was not aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think it can mess with the GPS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Mr. Skyfly. Welcome back. Yeah, drone shots. What happened was, I don't know, but an interesting theory is that solar flares that we are, as Rigger's talking about, right now, Wi-Fi will be disrupted in a lot of areas. So I don't know, it automatically restarted. I didn't push any buttons to restart, and I didn't realize that we were on a different channel.
Well, that could have been just, I mean, that could have been that you somehow went live, pressed live twice and it just glitched out too.
I don't know.
Who knows?
You know me and my memory.
I mean, it was like, remember how Randy the other day, he went live like 15 times? He had like
Yep.
15 lives going. He
Who
couldn't
went
figure
Randy
out
the
how,
other day?
huh?
Who went Randy the other day?
No, Randy
Oh,
had like 15 different live streams going because he kept going live and then he thought he was ending it and then he would go live again and his fucking page was just littered with live streams. And I had to go in and I had to tell him how to go into his studio to end them all. He went to his homepage on his YouTube and there was just like 15 different live streams that were saying we're going at one time. Dominic talking to somebody? I hear talking in the background.
It's just background talk. 'Cause I'm
It-
near the nurse's station.
Background and
Uh,
nurses. Oh, hang on to
Hey,
them
hey.
nurses.
hey, if you're by the nurse's station, you got to put the camera that way and let us see.
Relax yourself, Joe.
Yeah.
Put the sound up, and when you turn that way, I'll
Hey,
go, "How you doing?"
Dominic, you got any cute nurses?
Not too bad, actually.
Ah,
You got to show us.
No, I don't think they'd like that.
Now, is was it pancreatitis?
Yeah.
Is that anything like Tim's pussyitis?
I don't know, maybe.
Wait for it. He's in the chat.
Justin's just giving it to you.
No, that was.
Don't worry about you.
I was actually playing the game with him earlier before he went to work. I got into the lobby and I was like, "Holy shit, Tim's in here." He was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning playing right before he had to go to work.
Yeah, that bird messed up my video going underneath the bridge because he hit it. It went out. It just bounced out real fast under the bridge, and I stopped it. I shouldn't have stopped it. It surprised me, and I just realized that bird came right over top of me. He must have bumped it as he went by.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. We're downbound. That's smart. Saying I is 1739 and the Joy Job and Eckenborg. Direct X-ray 32 at 1737. Over. Let's go.
Don't.
I had to go get another prescription for my urinary tract infection.
Stop.
And you know what the side trip was?
Ah. Now we know why. You're washing it down with Diet Pepsi, right? There you go.
Wonder if they're feeding Dominic all right.
Probably nothing right now.
I'm not allowed to have anything. That's nil orally.
That sucks.
A little.
Yep.
Just ice water?
Not even that.
Wow.
That sucks more.
Yep. I'm getting an intravenous drip. That's all I can have at the moment.
Tell them to put a milkshake in there.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucker almost got me. So I almost lost the drone by losing connection. And then the bird hits it, comes right over the top of me. And when it hit, it went, as it came over the top of me, the drone went like that. So he probably touched it.
Brendan getting taken out by teacher or something that when I can't fly.
Yep.
Well, that could have been nasty.
Farmer.
Yeah, Laura said you need to learn how to fly if you're hitting birds.
Laura. Let me get that. Look. So just in case you can't see,
Yeah.
and I don't have nothing wrong with my finger. Yeah, not bandaged.
I'm surprised
gonna-
you don't keep your big finger right there.
Now, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a string up here on a piece of monofilament coming down right in front of the drone, hook it to right here. So when somebody says something, I can just release it a little bit, bring it down in front of the camera, and then bring it back up. They have a button.
There you go.
No?
Oh, it was a pretty day too. I mean, the clouds are beautiful, the blue sky,
Don't
the
think there's one
greenery,
before.
everything, the water reflections.
Oh, I could actually. I could show you the game then. And if anybody joins, I can
Yeah.
find it.
Even though there's no Dominic, Laura's still going to go live tomorrow.
Oh, in honor of his hospitalization, you gonna hold a wake or what?
Oh, he's getting a drip right now. He'll probably be out tomorrow.
Tomorrow our time is like about 12 hours.
How long would he be in the hospital for something like that?
Not
It all
sure.
depends. It depends if they could give him the antibiotics and everything for it now. And if they're doing it IV, it's a lot
Well,
stronger
and
than
you
you're
gotta
gonna get.
remember, it's morning over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're gonna
20
do all
past
the te-
7.
I would imagine they're gonna do all the tests today, right?
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I didn't
I hope you
expect
get
it
out
to
today.
last this long.
What you do is you start singing that song, please release me, let me go.
Please release me.
I don't wanna be here no more.
Sounds like the Paul anthem.
Mm.
Yep.
Hey, Mark,
Mark, what's up? East Coast Thrill. Rigger.
Here's Mark.
hey, Mark.
Hello.
Mark, what's up?
Good evening.
That's
Oh,
a good company.
It says beautiful David's bridal wedding dress. I'm like, it's not going to fit me.
David's Bridal is a
Mm.
company.
Never heard of them.
Oh my god, they're just one of the massive bridal companies in the UK.
So I've got taken down
Okay.
copyright.
a bridal. That's the thing that goes round
Wedding
your
dress.
head.
No,
No,
it was a
It's
wedding
the thing
dress.
it's the thing that goes round your head that the rain's attached to.
Or no office.
I wanted one. I would sleep up the top.
Well, slummed it for tea tonight.
I think Facebook needs to update its maps. How the hell is Oxford
Yeah.
within 5 kilometres of Basildon?
I got tomorrow and Saturday, and even Sunday, I'm gonna have to get flights, as many flights as I can in, because next week was supposed to be thunderstorms almost every day.
No, Joe, I brought the thunderstorms and everything forward for you.
Oh, man.
Does anybody want an Ariana Grande cardboard cutout?
No, you're right.
No.
That fucking piece
No.
of shit. Some people sell some crap on Facebook.
Well, it's still 15 degrees here
Oh, good for you. It's still 18.
in the darkness. And according to
It
this,
says
it's
14
going to
on
be,
TVs.
it's supposed to be going to be 22 maximum tomorrow and rain.
We got sunny day again and 24.
But then again, it was supposed to rain yesterday and it didn't. And then Saturday's 23 and rain. And then Sunday is 23 and thunderstorms. Then Monday, rain, 17. Tuesday, 16, rain. Wednesday, 15, rain. Thursday, 16, rain.
Yeah, we feel sorry for you. Not. We
So
won't get rain until next
our summer,
Thursday.
our summer ends in 3 days.
I wish my summer would have ended today.
Oh, you're going into fall?
No, we're going straight into winter like we usually do.
Uh,
I mean, I was wiping my face with a towel and it wasn't working today. It was 95 in May. That's ridiculous. Beginning of May. If it keeps going that way, we're gonna be 108, 109. I'll be inside.
Cut and see what colour I am. That didn't post, did it?
No.
What colour am I?
Grey.
Why am I grey?
Oh. Looks like,
50 Shades.
yeah, more.
Oh, can I have my rings back, please?
Laura's lost her wrench. But everyone's
How'd
lost
you
a
lose
wrench
your
on
wrench?
my channel thanks to fucking YouTube and its
I've got
stupid
pretty good
things.
when that's happened on polls.
Yeah, see, it ain't just me. They're getting everybody.
Yeah. Paul, Laura hasn't got a wrench anymore.
I reckon
Yeah.
so.
He's not reading the chat.
He's doing something. Give him a chance. He's clicking buttons.
Oh, Laura, you don't have a wrench?
No, my wrench is gone.
What the hell? You do
I mean-
now.
We know she upset Donald before, but
No, it's going to be Justin or Joe.
What?
They were. Laura said, "Shut up, Joe," or "Shut up, Justin." And he went, "Right, let's teach you a lesson." Boof.
Well, I don't know how to do it, so. I wish
Oh,
I
for
did.
God's
I
sake,
would've.
Paul! Did you have to give it a back?
Yeah.
I don't.
As soon as you give
I
it a
don't-
back, she was sharing a bloody link.
Yeah,
You don't know what the link
I-
is.
I don't know what it is. It's a short.
It was obvious what it was.
It says on it, short.
Ooh.
It actually has the word shorts after youtube.com/shorts.
Oh, I wonder if I got my wrench.
Kind of gives it away.
YouTube does it if you be nasty in the chat, and I told the whole panel to shut up earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, and they were all co-host. Can co-hosts take wrenches?
yes. Laura may have been her own downfall
Why is that?
because earlier on she told everyone in the chat to shut up. I can't believe my YouTube short hasn't got any views. What the hell? Screw you, YouTube.
Mine's got no views. I only put it up 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you got to guess which way it's spinning. Is it going clockwise or anti-clockwise? You think? But wait, you sure?
Huh?
It's gotta be one of those days, Paul, because that's just, in the program I always edit with, all my controls went stupid.
You know, the other one's going the other way over the top light.
I hope not.
That's a weird thing.
What's that?
A thing that on YouTube that said play Clash of the Clans with Erling Haaland.
Where's the drawing pin on the floor? Yeah. Oh. Ow.
Well, if it's good enough for Laura, it's good enough for me.
Did you get Paul's permission to post that?
What? Say that a little louder.
I said if it was good enough for Laura, it's good enough for me. I posted my link.
That a boy. Hey, Laura, he's coming around.
What did
Yeah.
he put?
I know.
It was to me, but I'm not at the computer. Oh,
Yeah. This was my one. You got to guess which way around it's spinning. Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Oh God. Art's already advertising and scheduled his live stream
I
from
don't
the
know, it's making me dizzy.
Philippines on May the 11th.
Anyone worked it out yet?
Yeah, it's going,
Right.
got me dizzy.
Yeah, because if you look now, another one looks like another one's going the other way.
That doesn't know. Right, you can stop sharing it.
Yeah, good luck working that one out. Do what? No.
You love me.
It's a silly question to ask.
Well, if you did, you'd come and help me.
I didn't say I did I? I just said it was a silly question to ask. So for you.
Ow.
God, it gets worse. There's a channel called Reacting to My Roots.
And
Americans' reaction to the two Ronnies.
yeah. Back to my roots. What's his name? Is it Tyler?
I don't know. It says Reacting to My Roots.
Yeah. What's the channel's name?
That's the channel name.
Oh, not who I thought it was then. Where is everybody tonight? There's only 5 people watching apparently. You only come here for the Dominic.
Yeah. 5 people. And that's 1, 3, 4,
There's 6 people on the panel and only 5 watching.
5.
One of them's Mark and one's me. I think Paul left them behind on the other one.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
all
you've got
the other one just frozen with us lot. Just then like all in the chat going, it's fucking quiet on here tonight.
in the chat. You've got me, Joe,
Me,
Mark,
Laura.
Laura. No, you haven't put anything in the chat. Oh yeah, you put a link in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tim,
Send the item back before the 13th of May.
Dusty,
Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Jody,
Why are you going to return an item back, Paul?
and Joel.
Well, remember, this came in 2 packages.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
And now
So
they
you
want me
said,
to send the first package back, which has the drone and everything in that picture, because I didn't get the goggles or the charger for the batteries.
send it back, Paul. You were going to sell it anyway.
Well, if you send it back, then they'll give you a full refund.
Yeah. Just pack it all back up and ship it back out because that's a free label. You print that
Is that
label.
a free label?
Yeah. You click it.
Yeah, the return. It'll be you print it out.
There you go.
It's free
You print
free shipping.
Print the label out, stick it on the box, and UPS will come and collect it.
Oh, for fuck's
And you
sake,
get your
what's
full
bought
refund
now?
back.
Now what's bought?
They didn't buy nothing.
Yeah.
The
But
Inspire.
I kind of like having the Inspire. I don't fly it, but I like it.
Yeah, but you want your money back, Paul, because you didn't get all your stuff. Get your money back. You could probably buy an Inspire for half the price if it doesn't have the goggles. All you do, print that out, stick it on the box, put everything in, send it back.
What, did they send it to you finally?
No, he's got a
Yeah.
returns
He's
label.
got return label to send the rest of the Inspire back.
Where does it say print it?
Scroll down.
No, don't scroll down in that window.
Not on that
Scroll-
bit. Bit
Scroll
further.
down on the main window.
Move the
Click out
cursor.
of that box.
Yeah, scroll the main window, not that one.
Huh?
Click
Right there.
out of that box.
Okay, now
Huh?
scroll down.
Now scroll down.
Move to the side.
Stop going back in that box.
There you go.
There you go.
Right, now scroll down.
Oh,
What's
wait a
up?
minute, I gotta move you guys. Over here, right?
Yeah.
No, because then you'll end up in
Scroll
a
down.
box again.
Just scroll down.
Right there.
There you go. Now you can either use that QR. No, don't touch that one. A bit further down. There you go.
Print label, right?
Yeah. If you got a printer,
Is
Yep,
the printer
it's
switched on?
is it
hooked
switched
up.
on? Then
You got
Print
ink and
it.
paper in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now just hit the print button.
Now I
Down
gotta
the
move you
bottom.
guys again because you're in my.
Yeah, down the bottom. Oh, now it's gone. Just click the label again. Scroll down. Keep going. Down the bottom. There it is. Print.
Yeah.
Print. Oh no, that should have gone actually, Paul. Should be going to your
Yep, it's
printer.
going.
Yeah.
Should I print two just to have an extra one?
I often do, and then I write the date that I
Yeah.
sent it back on it.
Might as well send it back since you didn't get your money back for the other pieces.
Yeah, get your money back and you'll be able to buy an Inspire one elsewhere.
Be really safe. Print 3.
Now he'll
And
be
then
able to.
Put one of them in the case of the drone.
Be extra more safe. Print 1 million of them and wrap it up in them.
Yeah.
Teach the
Yeah.
box the lesson.
No, he can take the money and put it back in his bank account.
Paul, just no.
Mhm.
You're only printing one page of that. Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
well, that's all I needed was just the label
Yeah.
because I printed the other ones with both. At least
Yeah,
I think
'cause
I did.
If you print
Alright,
one
Rigger,
to
have
stick
fun,
on
man.
the package, put one inside the case in case the package gets damaged, so that they can look in the case and see, oh, that's where it's supposed to go.
Doesn't matter. Once he shipped it, he shipped it. It's down to the courier then.
Rigger, let me know if that computer
Mm.
works out for you and you get all the stuff so you play some.
And my bamboo is now in Birmingham, which is great because it came from Southampton.
But it's got to go up to Birmingham. That is the cent. Well, I won't exactly call it the centre, but it's the arsehole of Britain.
Storm chaser Brandon Kopic live chasing a tornado in Texas. Don't know where this one's showed up.
Whatever floats your boat.
I was telling Rigger, if it gets that computer, let me know so we can play some more DVD.
Are you in the bathroom?
Who?
You,
No, why?
because you've got an echo to your voice.
He's back in the closet.
I have an echo?
Yeah, you sound like
Yeah.
you're in a cupboard.
What about now?
They're the same.
Mm,
Oh, there we go. Okay.
there you go. That's it.
I accidentally had it set to my webcam mic. Oops.
Oh no, it sounded better. Go back. Well, this storm chaser is just driving round. There's no storm.
Mm. Well, I had half a French stick tiger bread with roast chicken on it, and then 2 maple syrup and pecan pastries. And tomorrow's going to be a nice gammon joint and some stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers sound good.
Followed by a tiramisu.
Am I still screen sharing?
Fuck,
Yeah.
Mark,
Yep.
you eat out a lot, don't you?
What do you mean?
Right,
Yeah, a lot?
No, you're not.
I said you eat out a lot, don't you?
No, that's me cooking that.
Oh, because every night it seems like you're like, oh, I ordered this and this and this, followed up with the dessert.
No, I've been to Tesco's and done shopping to cook for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You know, they talk about Americans eating fast food. Actually, I've seen more of you guys from Britain eating out than we do.
Yeah, we only eat out once every now and again.
Like
But we
Dave,
don't
Dave and Laura be eating out a
necessarily
lot.
eat fast food. We eat takeaways, which are proper
Mm.
meals, but we don't cook them.
Not Laura.
It's not
She
like
goes to
burgers all
McDonald's
the
and gets nuggies all the time.
I'm sorry, but who the hell classes McDonald's as fast food?
Yeah, technically it's
McDonald's.
not fast anymore.
Mm.
They're slow as shit anymore since their menu's like 10 times bigger than it used to be.
There's no such thing as fast food anymore. In fact,
No, see, and that's what me and Donald were talking about yesterday, is the problem with McDonald's is they moved away from their old starts and their beginnings when their menu was small, fast, and efficient. And now they've ballooned their menu to breakfast, lunch, dinner, all this shit on there, and there's a million of it. And
I
now
agree.
you have to, now you have to have 15 parking spaces in the parking lot for people to park at to wait for their fucking food for 20 minutes.
yeah, ridiculous.
Well, I think
I'm not looking at it,
actually
Laura.
going into McDonald's take longer now because they spend so much time sorting out the drive-through orders.
Just that. Have you seen how they do it now? You order your food on a machine, and then you
Yeah.
still stand there. You watch them put all the chips into a little tray and onto the back, so they're all just being heated up by a light bulb and not being actually heated up, right? So you get your cold chips ready. You know, they chuck some ice in a cup and fill your cup with cold cup. Put the lid on it, sit it on a counter, which will stay there for 20 minutes. Let the ice disappear. Don't worry about that. Right?
Well, that's why I always say no ice.
Yeah.
Because then you actually get a cup of Coke, not a cup of water with a bit of Coke flavour in it.
Well, now you can only get Coca-Cola in full fat drinks. Everything else is no sugar.
You know what the worst thing McDonald's did was when they moved away from styrofoam cups to those shitty plastic ones. Because the styrofoam ones used to hold ice for a long time.
Yeah.
Like you could have a
I
drink.
don't want ice in it. I don't want to buy frozen water. I want to buy a drink.
No, but what I'm saying is they used to have these big styrofoam cups, these big, huge ones. They were like, what was that, 44 or 60 some ounces?
I don't know. Ours have always been cardboard.
And they would hold ice for like 2-3 hours. You could have a good tasting soda. But now they've went to these clear plastic cups, and literally your ice melts in like 20 minutes. It's ridiculous. That's why I never get drinks at McDonald's.
That's not even plastic. Our cups are paper. Yeah.
They used to be
Cardboard
paper.
cups.
They've bounced around between paper, styrofoam, and plastic over the years.
No, ours have always been paper.
Yeah.
No.
The only plastic
cups
bit
are
about it used to be the lid of the straw, and now even the straws are bloody paper.
The plastic cups are worse than the paper ones. Trust me. They melt even quicker. And that's why when I go to McDonald's, if like Sarah goes to McDonald's or something and gets dinner, I won't ask for a soda because by the time she gets home, it'll be melted. I'll just drink. So I'll have a drink at the house and just order a burger and fries.
I always have a milkshake.
Yeah, because now they've gone to zero sugar on all the drinks apart from Coca-Cola. right? Who the fucking hell goes to
All right,
McDonald's
hold on.
and wants a healthy drink?
Well, me.
I
But-
want, I want a big, fat, greasy burger, some of them cold chips, and a healthy drink, please.
Don't order an espresso
Oh, what the
if you have
fuck is
for
this,
coffee,
Daryl?
because it literally is like a European espresso.
Oh,
It
look
takes up
look
about half an inch at the bottom of the cup.
look at
What's
this
this?
little racket here. You get what looks like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 ice balls for $32 in California.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's a racket right there, man. $19 for a smoothie. Fuck around, dude. California sucks. Well, I'm glad you didn't move there, Daryl.
California is not a good place anymore.
California is a beautiful
I know.
state. It's just ran by dumbasses.
Yeah, that's why the country's going the same way. It's the same kind of
See?
dumbasses.
Just take a look at Florida, for example, right? Florida can come up with a solution to something, pass the law, and have it done within a couple weeks. It take California years to figure out a simple fucking problem.
And they don't figure it out. They just mask it with something else.
Dude, they're so overregulated, it's ridiculous. But I'll give it to Dre for doing a city job in California, because that's got to be a fucking nightmare. Doing a city or state job there, I give it to Dre, 100%.
Because I'm sure when they want something done in that city, they got to jump through all kinds of fucking hoops to get anything done. They said, so if you wanted to set up they were talking about an example, right? They said that, say you wanted to set up like a public toilet, right?
Here's the ragtag box he came in.
Something that would cost $10,000 to build. By the time California gets it through its committees and all this other bullshit it has to go through, that bathroom now costs $1 million. That's how ridiculous it is.
You see that?
What?
Yep.
That's the ragtag box it came in.
Yeah, just whack it back in. Well, over here, the Conservative government have decided that all new buildings must have a male and a female bathroom, and if there's room, a unisex bathroom. They can't just have a unisex bathroom anymore because apparently there's no privacy in single room bathrooms.
What? That makes no sense. Most
Exactly.
of the unisex, what you would call a unisex bathrooms over here, are actually called family bathrooms, and they're a single toilet, a single sink, and a baby changing diaper thing, and
Yeah.
Yep.
a couple other
Same over
things,
here.
and anybody can go in there. And it's also utilized as a handicap bathroom as well.
Yes, I'm over here, but now can't have them because there's no privacy in them. Work that one out.
Well, then
No-
lock the
no
fucking door.
privacy?
Yeah, well, lock the fucking door then. Obviously,
Justin has a point. Lock the door.
that's the only
You don't know
time that
what
you wouldn't
crazy
get.
person's going to come in behind
What
you.
are they got peepholes in the bathrooms? That don't make any damn sense.
Hi, Laura. Daryl. Dusty.
I like those bathrooms. Those are the ones I usually go to because I don't have to deal with somebody next to me taking a shit or something.
They're usually cleaner as well.
Yeah, they are. They're usually
there-
cleaner.
There's those people that are talking on the phone in the stall next to you.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, like Mark said, they're usually cleaner bathrooms, the ones that are single. Because
Yeah.
you get into a big bathroom and there's 20 people coming in and out of it consistently, you're gonna get piss on the seats and all kinds of shit. because people are just fucking nasty.
And shit.
Oh, don't get me started on that, dude. I had a lady come into Walmart one day. She went all the way to the back bathroom in the back of the store, blew ass all over the wall, and then dripped it all the way to the front bathroom, did it in the front bathroom, and then walked out and left. That was the one time. That was the one time I stuck bleach in the floor cleaner, and we weren't allowed to do that. I said, "Fuck that, dude! It sunk so bad."
They're sending it priority mail USPS.
So that means it can be delivered on Sunday then.
It's going to Yucca Valley, California.
Yucca Valley, yeah.
You won't get that here.
Who's in Yucca?
Nobody, the person that sold him the drone.
Oh,
Our post
I'm
postmen do not deliver on Sunday.
eBay's making me return everything, even though it was missing parts.
Our post offices are technically closed on Sundays, but they do deliver priority packages.
You could have just bought the parts off of Amazon.
Why should he have to? He paid for
$500
it.
worth of parts.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. I meant if it's missing, say, screws or a prop.
No, it was missing the goggles.
It was the goggles
Ah,
and the
And the
charger.
charger.
and the charger for it.
You're talking at least $200 or
In other
$300.
words, he shipped that separately, and somewhere along the lines, it's not here. It's not. Nobody knows where it is.
Yeah,
what if after you send this back and say a week or two from now, the goggles show up?
no,
They're not gonna, because I went out. I went out to the UPS, and they said that it was returned to California because it had
A battery.
Hazardous.
bad
No, had a battery in it.
the batteries
Yeah. Said it was determined to be hazardous.
hazardous.
yeah.
Yes, Tim, we are reading the chat.
But he shouldn't have to replace stuff that he purchased, you know?
Yeah.
It's one thing if you buy something and you know that it's missing parts and you're going to replace them, but
Well, right now I'm kind of going through a little bit of buyer's remorse. You know what I mean?
oh, that's why you return it and keep the money and put it back in your account and leave it there.
Yeah.
You got buyer's remorse, but you have an opportunity to return it and get your money back. So
Yep.
perfect. And you don't lose any money on it. You can get your full money back. And you're not having to pay to have it shipped back. So
Justin,
minute.
are you reading the chat?
okay,
No,
I'm back on.
back to you, Andrew.
Tim was asking if any of us are reading the chat.
Yeah, you are.
I
I'm
was
not.
I was just in the middle of making dinner, so no, I wasn't.
See, I know what Paul's thinking. Because the drone works, he's got everything but the goggles. He's got a charger now.
I'm not going to use the gargles.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't send him your charger back. It's not his.
Yeah, don't send it back to him. Give it
No,
back.
I'm not going to send the charger back because I got that from a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need
Yeah, but-
to go through everything with a fine tooth comb and make sure you have everything that thing came with and put it back in the box.
Daryl's got a point.
What's that,
About-
Joe?
What you're thinking is, well, everything
Yeah.
works, you like it and all this, but that's a remorse. You don't know if you want to send it back or not.
That's
Do
where
you-
I'm at.
Yeah.
Do
and
you
what I would
have-
do,
Go ahead, Jeff.
I would try to tell eBay, I don't want to send the whole thing back. I just want an adjustment in the price
Thank you.
or the value of the other stuff.
That makes
And
sense.
maybe they'll send you 250 back.
Now, the one thing too,
No, because he's already tried
you-
that. And they said no.
if you do decide to send it back, hold on. Let me mute Dominic because there's a lot of background noise. If you do decide to send it back, get the shipping or get the
Tracking
parts,
number.
the manifest list that was on eBay that shows everything that was in there, and make sure go over it, make sure you put everything back in there. So he doesn't come back and say, oh, well, it's missing a set of props that I sent him. You know what I'm saying? You haven't really taken anything out of the case, have you? Besides when you flew it?
Oh, yeah, they're,
Mm.
yeah, I've got everything out of it. In fact, the controllers are missing some screws and I replaced the screws and different things. And, you know, I've done some updates on things, you know?
Well, you could do like Joe said and get a hold of eBay and just see if they'll do a price adjustment.
No, he's already done that.
But
He's already tried that.
Because the screw, if you think about it, the screws are only worth what?
Oh, yeah, they're
pennies?
not worth much money, but I had to go to the hardware store to find out something to work. I had to take the controller, show them what I needed, and they went around and searched and, you know.
well, you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. But I would definitely get if you have a copy of the page you bought off from the seller's page of what was in the case, make sure you go over that list as you're packing it. Make sure everything's back in there. Or even if you got a picture of everything that was sent with it. eBay don't want to do that because then they would have to. Or have you tried contacting the guy and just tell him to give you
Yeah,
some money?
he doesn't. I give him my phone number several times. He doesn't call or anything.
I was gonna say, because you could get a hold of him privately and be like, "Hey, if you throw me $200, I won't
Nah.
return it."
He's already been
has,
down this route.
so you message him privately on the eBay app.
Yes. Done
Yes.
all that, Andrew. This has been going on for quite a
For,
while.
Yeah,
A
I
month
got
or
the,
so.
I got the drone on March the 15th.
Yeah, 6-7 weeks ago.
Is
And he
is
didn't
this
send all the stuff. So
is this the for the mini or the
No, the
Air 2?
Inspire.
Inspire.
Ah,
A veteran to drone webinar. Okay. Well, have fun there, Daryl.
how you doing, Tim?
you know what you do, Paul? Put in there a little link to your YouTube channel and say, share your story on this channel. They'll help you out. Right.
Okay, Daryl. 2 P's.
And then when he comes on the panel, we'll all jump on him and fucking give
Yeah,
him
but see, the thing of it is I don't have his direct email. He was emailing me and then he stopped like a month ago.
Yeah, because he never sent that stuff, Paul. You've been had. Unfortunately. These things happen.
Well, here's what my thought process is. Is eBay guaranteeing me I'm going to get a refund?
Yes.
And how
usually
long
is.
is it going to take to get my refund?
3 days after he's received the item back, he must give you the refund.
So it isn't eBay giving me the refund. It's going to be him.
No,
eBay
eBay will
holds
take the
money.
money back off him.
Yeah, he has 3 days to come back to you and say, right, there's this, or come back to eBay and say, there's this problem or that problem. If he doesn't, the money is instantly returned. If he does, then you'll get an email explaining what he's trying to say.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could end up going back and forth, right?
No,
No,
He's got the drone.
eBay
every
tends
time-
to find more in the buyer than the seller.
Yeah, but he'll have the drone. He'll have the leverage.
No, every time I've sent something back, as soon as I get or they get the message that it's been delivered to him, the refund has gone through straight away.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for a refund, and the seller's had it back for 2 days, so he's got to refund it tomorrow. It does now say 3 days.
But we don't know if the seller is always in country to issue the refund.
That's what I'm saying. Is
No.
eBay going to refund me the cash and then get the refund from him? Or are they
Yes,
going to say, you need to refund that? And he says, I don't have the money.
No, because he won't have the money because you've already opened a return case.
Yeah, but a long time ago.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter.
if eBay,
PayPal.
if
You have
eBay,
an
The money.
eBay money back guarantee.
if eBay approved it, then they will cover it if there's an issue with the seller, and then they'll go after the seller for the money.
Right. What happens is once you open a case, you get 30 days to open a case. If you open a case in that 30 days, eBay tell PayPal,
It's
do not
not,
release
it's
the
not,
funds.
I didn't pay for it through PayPal.
You did. We
No,
saw
I
it.
didn't.
You can do other payment methods through
I
eBay.
did, I did it
Yes.
by my credit card, debit
It
card.
doesn't matter if eBay approved it; they'll cover it if
'Cause-
there's an issue with the seller.
Yeah, see,
'Cause-
it's still got an eBay guarantee.
Because there's credit card, PayPal, debit card, or I think there's Vimo.
Yeah, but no, we've already been through this with Paul.
Yeah,
with
and
it.
Apple
He
Pay and
definitely
all the rest
paid.
of it.
So
He definitely paid using his credit card through PayPal.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I remember it. But you got to remember now, even if it's not through PayPal, your credit card would still have a buyer protection on it. So if eBay didn't give you the money back, you'd just go through that. That's why eBay won't give him the funds until the case is shut, until 30 days. Once that
So-
case is open, they withhold them funds.
So you're saying they put a hold on the funds?
Yes.
So
Because
they
when you
put
buy
a
something-
hold on $200.
When you
Until
buy
they
something
shut
off
this case.
eBay and pay via PayPal or credit card or through the eBay system, yeah, eBay hold the funds. Now, this is why they tell you don't go outside of eBay. Once you go outside of eBay, you've got no protection at all. This is why when sellers say to me, "Oh, send me an email outside of eBay," I'm like, "No, stick it in the chat." Then
Well,
eBay
here's
send it.
my question, okay? Let's say he gets it back and he doesn't say he got it back.
Paul,
And then if they
you
hound
can't do
him
that.
and he says, I'm not giving a refund because I didn't get it back.
He can't do that, Paul. Your tracking number is
Yeah.
given to you by eBay, right? It will track that parcel back. They will tell eBay the date it gets it back. eBay will send you a message to say UPS have said this parcel has been delivered.
USPS.
Or USPS. Then 3 days after that, you will get your refund. He has to. He has
you-
3 days to dispute anything, but it's very rarely do, and eBay always find in the buyer's favor.
Yeah.
So you're covered, Paul. Just get
I just am worried about anybody saying, well, it's always this way. Because I found
Eh,
with me, it ain't always that way.
And Paul, with the box, once you put it all in, take a photograph of it in the box before you seal it up. Take a photograph of it in the box and say, there you go, it's all in there, done. Right? And then you've got proof it all went back. It's very rare they dispute it. You'll have that refund by the end of next week. Or you'll have the notification you're getting a refund. It should take maximum 7 days. But that's down to your credit card company.
And then a few days after that, by the time the credit card company goes through the motions,
Yeah, basically, that has to be back by the 13th. So once Paul puts that in, you'll get an email to say your parcel has been dispatched, which I don't get why they send you that because you already know it, right? But they send you an email, and then you can track the return. Through that link, it will tell you how to track it. Yeah, and then it will show it. And once it's delivered, 3 days after that,
Well, and I
it
think
hasn't automatically done it.
Joe
Then they
understands
automatically
my
step in.
hesitancy for sending it back because I kind of like it.
Yeah, I know, that's the whole thing. You're thinking, yeah, you'd like to get a couple $100 back, or at least $100 back or something.
Paul, my thing to you is, you like the drone. You didn't get what you paid for. Return it. Go buy the drone from someone else.
Yeah, but I could end up with a piece of shit from somebody else. You don't know.
And you got this one
I
with
mean,
6
look
batteries.
look at how many times you've returned the damn printers.
Paul, if you don't want to return it, don't return it.
True.
If you don't want to
Seems-
return it, don't return it, but you ain't getting your money
Dave-
back and you're going to lose out.
David, he's got a point though about your printer.
No, he hasn't
Yeah.
got a point.
I mean, you've
No,
had
he
more
hasn't got a
issues-
point.
You've had
The
quite
print-
a few issues with that printer.
No, I've got issues with the printer, but they've never retrieved it back because it's still in my kitchen. Yeah. And my new one arrives tomorrow. Right? Because they tried to use laws that weren't suitable for this country. Yeah. And once they realized the Sales of Goods Act, they were screwed. They knew as soon as I filed for the courts, I was getting my money back, compensation, and they were paying the legal costs.
I'll be right back, guys.
They should have known that before they even did anything, that you were there.
No, they
And
knew
not
what
where
it
they think you
was. Andrew, if you run a business, an international business, yeah, you are not going to know the laws of every country, especially if you're based in China or if you're based in the UK, you're not going to know the Chinese laws, you won't know the French laws and German and Australian and yeah. They only find out through cases like this. How it works.
True.
Yeah.
And each case is very different.
Yeah. But like the manager from Bamboo has said, yeah, they didn't deal with my case properly at the start. Yeah. When they realized there was no power cable in the box, it should have been an instant replacement there and then, not go and get another cable.
Exactly, because the fact that there wasn't power cable means that somebody had already opened that box.
JD is right. You're right, JD. So, I mean, they can't always give something out free that they were missing,
Exactly.
unless it's a key unless it's a key component
No,
like
that's
a power
not how
cord.
it works, right? If you sell a printer as brand new, it should be brand new. Mine was not. Yeah. Mine was mistaken. It gone back into the warehouse as a return, and then somebody picked it and sent it to me in error. But instead of putting it right straight away, the general lower down dog's body that runs the emails at first level customer service, was not quite getting the gist of it. And then when my manager stepped in last week, he went back over the case and he said they should have replaced it back at the start. Yeah. The reason I'm having issues with it is because it's been returned. It's obviously been returned for them issues. So they're now sending me a replacement tomorrow, which will arrive tomorrow. I get as long as I want to test it, although, you know, I said 4 days, but they said take as long as I need because of what's going on. And then I can, if it works, they will take the other one back. If it does not, they will take both back and give me an instant refund. Full refund.
Oh, both? Mm.
Right? So that's where we are with Bamboo. The manager stepped in and said, yes, they've botched it up. They've admitted to it. They're putting it right.
You there, Justin?
Yeah.
Tim wants you to check your messenger.
Hold on, Tim. I'm in like a pretty intense match at the moment. You have to give me a minute.
Is it? Are you playing Among Us?
No, I'm playing Fortnite.
Oh. Are you playing against Tim again?
No, Tim's at work.
Oh.
Yeah, he's playing
I
against.
had to guess. I had to guess.
Yeah, he's playing against Tim. All them cards are going through Tim's roadworks while Tim's playing Fortnite.
Mhm.
Is there a mobile version of Fortnite? Like for your
Yeah.
cell phone?
And you can play it on Nintendo. You can play it pretty much on any platform, and it's all cross-platform too. So
Yeah.
You get any rain today there, Justin?
He's
Just
playing the
like-
game, Andrew. He's not listening.
Because there were possible severe storms that were supposed to dip towards his area.
crap, where's the card at? There it is.
Justin doesn't go outside, so he won't know it's raining. He's always on his computer playing computer games now. He's fallen into the trap. That's it. It's game over.
Yeah, I don't get out much.
Did you see in Lee County, somebody was a young teenager was fishing. He's got the fish at the end of a line in a pond. And
Gator.
next thing, yeah, Gator's coming right out as he's reeling the line in. Gator got the fish. How would you know, Joe?
I figured that's what you're gonna say.
Educated guess.
Well, Mark,
Yeah.
it looks like Preston are definitely going to be taken over in the next couple of months.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's 3 parties bidding now.
Huh.
One from New York, one from Miami, and the other one is a European consortium.
It's actually just me. I'm gonna shut your Sayer Club down.
Yeah, good luck with that. If you had the money they're asking, the £50 million, which is about $60 million, right?
And the
There is-
rest.
Yeah, and the rest, you would not be using that to buy my club just to shut it down. They're talking serious money here.
If David had the $60 million, would David bought it?
No, I would buy Blackpool Football Club and close them down because they're cheaper to close down.
With a high of 57 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 44 degrees.
Cheers.
There are lots more things to spend £60 million on than a football club.
Hell yeah.
You could buy
You could buy an
a few
island.
houses and several cars for that much.
There's an island off the coast of Scotland that's only on the market for 400,000.
No, see, David, I got $100 million loan. I'll be paying it off at $2 a week.
Good luck with that one.
You okay, Dominic?
The good news is, well, bad news for my plans for Blackpool Football Club, but good news for football fans is you technically can't buy a football club and close it down. Because one, you have to go through the fit and proper persons test, which means you have to prove you can run a football club, first of all. Then you've got to prove you have the funds to sustain it for 10 years. And then once you pass that,
Then you
open
close
the
it down.
No, then you can open the football club. But if you try to close it down, the fans will be on your case fast as you could say boo, and you would lose your golden share, which is the golden ticket to play in the Football League. And once you lose that, the football club is anybody's. So I could walk in then and just say, get off that chair. It's mine now.
So David or Justin or Paul could walk in and say, "Hey, I want to buy it."
No. They could try, but they have to have the money and be able to fund it for 10 years. Now, remember, Preston North End owners, current owners, are putting in £6 million a year just to keep the books going, the club going. Right? That's how they're making that a loss every year.
Oh, so they're bleeding money.
Yeah, because they're not running the club properly. But they can, until they sell, there's nothing they can do. They have to keep putting that money in, because otherwise they're going to lose everything.
So they're just trying to sell the team to somebody else.
Oh, they're selling the whole club.
Yeah, sell the club to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
these
happened-
interested
that-
parties, two of the interested parties from America approached Preston North End first. We didn't go to them, and we're not literally in a shop anywhere saying the club's for sale. It's not on a website saying business for sale or anything. They approached us and said, we want to buy the club because they see that we're in the Championship and we could make the Premier League. To them, if they come in and say, right, we're going to pump in £50 million as well, that would guarantee us a Premier League spot. And then they're going to get 150
the right players.
Yeah. Then they'll get 156 million per season just to be in the Premier League. A lot of money involved in
All right, Tim, I answered you back.
Does part of those tests include an insane clause? Are you
Yes.
insane?
You have to pass.
You have to
the
be
health
insane
test.
to own a football club.
Yeah, you have to be completely mental to own a football club. It's just cash draining if you're not in the Premier League. Yeah. There are so many people that think, I got an idea. I'm going to buy, as an example, we're going to buy Bury Football Club that's in the conference or in the lower leagues, yeah, non-league, because if we keep winning promotion, we're going to chase that 150 odd million. And by the time we get there, it'll be 200 million, right? What they don't realize is you've got to keep funding it. You've got to keep buying the players. You've got to keep refreshing it. Players come and go, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't manage it like our club isn't managing it, most of our players, we don't sell on. They walk out of the club for free because we don't up the contracts. We don't keep an eye on it. It's literally an absolute mess. The guys owning it haven't got a clue what they're doing.
Their business. Well, they're Paul. You know what they, David? You know what they really need? A new business model.
The owners are multi-billionaires, right? Preston North End have 6 billionaires on the board of directors.
And what you don't know is how much of that is a tax write-off. Are they using it for that?
That's what they're using the club for. Yeah.
And
by it losing 6 million, they can write that off from other companies. Yeah. It's stupid, but the club will never move anymore.
And this is legal, right? Writing it off, using it as write-off for taxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Completely.
Hi, Lance.
If you own 2 businesses,
Lance, what's up?
they can profit a lot.
Where are we
There's the
going
man
to?
that's got all the money right there.
Where are we going to today, Lance?
He's got to talk to Peter Ridsdale to buy Preston North End.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yeah, but you sound kind of garbled.
Kinda.
You're in and out a little bit, Lance.
Your signal's not great at the moment.
You gotta remember, Lance, we're in the middle of a some kind of an electronic storm.
Lance was just about to say that he's the mystery man behind buying Preston North End. So it all broke up, so he
Lance,
couldn't share the information.
Yeah.
Lance, David wants you to buy a soccer team.
No, I do not.
You just said it.
No, I said he was telling us that.
Yeah.
The people
So
that
do you-
buy in the club can't announce who they are. It's against the rules. They have to pass the due diligence test first.
Lance, right now, according to rigor mortis, we're in the middle of getting solar flare storms.
Are we?
Okay. So yeah, I just flew. I just took a droney of 5th grade class in the shape of a 24, and it's for their yearbook. So it was warm out there. I had a sweatshirt on. I was dying to take that thing off.
We're not, Mark. The KP index is only 1.67. That's all right.
You should
70
have taken a
degrees here in Seattle.
You should
That's-
take it off the sweatshirt for your
That's
flu.
all?
That's nothing for what's it? There's no
70
solar
all?
activity at that.
70 in Seattle is like 95 in Florida,
Well, we were 95 today.
and you suck.
It did. It sucked. And the day almost sucked. I got an
Yeah.
Nevada 2 for sale.
Ah, good.
It's a kite.
It's not a kite. It worked good. It worked good until I got 1,000 feet away and I lost all my transmission.
You lost connection at 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet around all kind of trees.
And you could still see it.
Oh,
No. I was on top of the Bogfly River.
JD.
I made a turn and it completely started pixelating. And I knew that I was clear above me. So I said, let me go up. And all I was getting was different pixelation colors, not knowing. And all of a sudden it started getting real green. So I stopped moving. And I said, let me go straight up. And I just held the thing up and went straight up. And I got a little bit of connection back and noticed I was about 6 inches from the tree. And then I moved it back over the river and down and I got back. But it took about 2 minutes.
So you got after the flight.
I got it back. But it's like,
Yeah.
But
FAA wants
he's
to work
he's
with
not
now.
Mr. Happy, Lance.
You know, so Joe, did you seriously though? I'm not sure how this connection.
didn't get that, didn't get
Didn't
in.
get that at all, Lance.
I heard. I'm not sure how to.
Okay.
Just a minute, he'll be back.
You know,
Ding, ding, ding.
Not yet. Hold on. You're right. We got time.
It sounds like his words are falling in a tin roof.
Sound like the car transformer move.
Try to talk through a spring.
Joe, what you're describing sounds like a no signal, the multicolored no signal screen you get on the TV.
Hey, Joe, if
from the
you
cable
can,
box.
put your phone up on the dashboard.
He's gone.
Get it up off the seat.
He can't hear you. Oh, there he is.
You
Right,
can't hear it.
back.
He'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Lance, can
am
you
I
hear us?
back?
Yeah,
He's back.
Oh,
put your phone up on the
Yeah,
dashboard.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, we can hear you
Now
now.
we can.
Stick it out the window.
Blue tack it to the roof.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What blue tack
Yeah,
is?
I must have been in a dead spot. So Joe, seriously, I don't know that the Avata 2 has as good a connectivity as the Avata 1. I'm not convinced about, the Octi 4.
Yeah,
whatever you call it.
remember when I was doing
Yeah.
that the other day, Tim? So just give it a little bit.
Yeah, it did it to me too. Did it to me too on the second flight at about the same distance. Wait, I
I'm off
started
on
to lose as much
ultrasound, so we'll see you on the other side.
Okay,
Good
What was that,
Take care,
Dominic?
Dominic.
he's going for an ultrasound.
We'll see you on the other side. Excuse you.
What? I heard a
that.
robot.
Well, Dominic's in the hospital,
Oh,
so they're
That's-
taking him.
That's a bad-
They're taking him out of his room now for an ultrasound. So
Yeah.
Is
And
he
he's not
okay?
allowed his mobile phone on in there.
what did he say he had?
Pancreatitis.
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 That was pussyitis.
Pancreas.
That was Tim.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Grumpyitis?
That
It's Tim.
means his pancreas is stopping producing insulin.
Oh, Aubrey said thank you, Joe, for her package.
She's very welcome.
She's sitting next to me playing Fortnite with me.
For you.
Gave her
Send
2
her a
of
duck?
them, so she'll have 2. I didn't give her a duck.
Yeah.
You could have sent me a duck.
Can we just correct that for Justin? She sat next to him playing Fortnite for him.
I have all
Not
look,
with
back
him.
back
Oh,
over there,
whatever.
right there. I have all your ducks over there. You see?
So your daughter whips your butt in Fortnite? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
No.
she plays the game, Justin records it, and then uploads them as him playing them.
No, whatever.
Oh.
That was
He-
one
he should-
time. Okay, one time.
he should just put in the intro. This is my daughter playing.
No, Thomas did help me do that a couple times though when I was gone, so I could have videos to upload for shorts.
Right?
He did help me a
And,
couple times.
Andrew, that would defeat the purpose. He wants people to think that he's good at playing these games.
Yep.
Now you're sounding like Matt.
Oh, douchey, huh? Okay.
No, I'm not sounding like that.
No, I
We're
said
just saying as
Matt.
it is.
I said Northeast Drone Productions.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if he's sounding like Matt, he's sounding a bit douchey. What you're saying?
No,
Oh,
we're
You got a
just,
point there.
Oh, she's not
you've
here.
just got to accept that Matt maybe have been right. I know it's hard to accept, but we're going to have to accept that on Justin, he was right.
Oh God, I just freaking threw up in my mouth.
God, what were they called?
Well, we appreciate that.
Robert.
We
Those-
appreciate you sharing.
Wasn't it? I
Not-
can't remember what they're called. That did the song. You know, pass the douchey on the left hand side.
Trying to touch my baby girl, I'll kick your ass.
I don't know what sort of tracking that Deep
I'm here,
Bandit
Aubrey,
paid
over
for
here.
on this, but I've just had 2 notifications. One to say my parcel
You
arrived
didn't
at
get any of that. You weren't close enough.
Birmingham, and then the
Yep.
next one to say it arrived at Hinkley, and now it says it's on its way back to Dagenham.
Yeah, that's what mine always go via Birmingham and Hinkley when I get
It's weird, isn't it?
Why bounce
That's-
when they
that's-
can just come direct?
Goes to the central hub.
They should
Well-
go directly to Central Hub and then to you.
Birmingham.
No,
Instead
Birmingham.
of bouncing
It goes-
and then
No,
The
it goes
central
from
hub.
where you send it from to the central hub, and then from the central hub, it will go to your local depot where it will sit until the van goes out on its rounds to us.
I've had packages bounce between my post office and post office about 20 miles away, west,
Hey, wait,
and then go 20 miles east of me about 3 times and then come to me.
that's nothing. I bought a bird cage when I lived in Wickford, right? And I only found out after I paid for it that it was coming from the guy on the other side of the fence from our flats, right? So I actually said to him, I went, just pass it over the fence. He said, unfortunately, because eBay have already got it in the system as being sent, he has to send it. And so
Waypoint, New England.
it went from where I was all the way to Dagenham, all the way
No.
to Birmingham, all the way to Hinkley, back to Birmingham, back to Dagenham, to Chelmsford, to me.
You do realise that he could have passed it over the fence to you and then just sent an empty box through the post.
Yeah.
Imagine the lines that it makes when you connect all those dots. That would be a crazy flight pattern.
Yeah. It's all about the tracking, because otherwise eBay would have instantly refunded me to say that he hadn't sent it.
Mm.
Even though technically I've got it.
And
It
lo and
would have been
behold, you
much easier for him to just send a
before he
small
put it in the
empty box
before he put it in
and give
the
it
mail,
you straight
It's all
away.
down to weight and everything, isn't it?
before he put it in the mail,
Not really.
he could have just said, "Hey, David, here you go."
Yeah. What he could have done and what he did do is not what happened.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the laws of delivery.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't got my UPS label yet.
UPS.
Yeah.
That's America, isn't it?
No, that's USPS. That's the
USPS is
United States Postal Service. UPS
US
is just the United Parcel Service. It's worldwide.
UPS is worldwide. USPS is our snail mail.
That's what I just said. It's your postal service.
At times, our snail mail is kind of annoying because occasionally they have a reputation of actually misdelivering,
Yeah, that happens here.
particularly around here.
Yeah, Joe knows that, don't you, Joe? Especially
Yeah, I'm dealing with that right now.
when you give them the wrong zip code.
Yeah. Well, our local council in Basildon sent everybody in these flats a letter to say anything left in the communal area would be collected and disposed of on the 5th of May or something. And this was sent in April. We all got them yesterday. I'm afraid all them items that they were talking about are gone.
So they sent it April 3rd, and it's just
about-
getting there now.
About 28th, I think it were. But technically, because it only came from Basildon, it should have been pretty much
day
next
after.
day.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It came several weeks later, and the dates have passed, and unfortunately, anyone that had stuff out there has lost it.
Hmm.
Which probably explains why a few neighbours were at loggerheads with each other, claiming people were stealing stuff. It wasn't people stealing stuff. The council just cleared it and binned it. This is why I won't put anything outside.
Except Laura.
Yeah, but it won't take her. They knock on the door and say, "No, you've got
Have
to
this back.
At Waypoint, you are 100% right.
Hi, Brian.
But then again, you can get the same problem with FedEx.
Yeah, well, we got a few companies over here that are a bit dodgy. I mean, there's Every. Well, they're not Every. They're
Hermes.
It,
the Hermes.
Hermes.
The Hermes, but everyone they changed their name to Every because people kept saying they were these sexual disease of the parcel service, calling them My Herpes instead of Hermes. So they changed themselves to the name Every, and now everyone calls them Every Parcel's Not Getting Delivered. They are that bad.
DPD.
DPD are not too bad.
Oh, ED is horrible for men.
Huh?
I said ED is horrible for men.
DPD.
Oh, I thought you said ED.
Oh, ED. Yeah. No, DPD.
Yodel's got a bad reputation. They're the ones that
Yodel, yeah.
they're like every, but if you live in a terrace house and they can't get it into your back garden, they'll launch it over the top of the house. They don't care. It doesn't matter there's a TV in that box, it's going over. And then they post a letter, they post a little card through your door going, your parcel's in your back garden.
Why did you get out? Yes, you did. Get back in the car.
Justin's shouting at his computer.
No, he's shouting at his daughter.
He's shouting at Aubrey for getting out of the car on the game.
She's playing the game how she wants to play it, but Justin's saying, look, this is not how I would play it, and they will spot that I'm not playing it. Get back in the car. You've got to drive badly like I do.
Oh no, you guys think I drive bad? Drive with Jason or Corey in the game.
No, I saw you on Euro Trucks that day. You went round the corner, trying to overtake everyone, and went straight into a lamppost.
That's because you guys were on the wrong side of the road.
No, we was on the.
And we've seen you driving in GTA as well.
Yeah, but the point was, it was a 4-lane road, and you still managed to turn it.
Tomato, tomato. Why you guys got to bring up old shit?
Potato, potato. Pitch.
Yeah.
Better now, Lance?
Yeah, but
This could be dangerous, as I've just had another of them tubs of coffee ice cream.
Wait, is it the small one or the big one?
It's that big.
The small one.
Well, I suppose it could be classed as small. It's
'Cause there's the small ones from like Ben and Jerry's. You've heard of Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, we've got Ben and Jerry's. It's 480 milliliters.
Someone just posted. Don't know how this has got anything to do with football, right? He just randomly posted, take 2 Mars bars, break them up, put your chunks of Mars in a pan of milk, boil it up, stirring occasionally, remove the pan from stove, place a healthy serving of vanilla ice cream into a bowl, pour the contents of the pan over it, your life will change. Somebody replied, yeah, you're going into the afterlife.
Sounds good.
So how you doing down there, Lance?
I am doing well. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes, now we can.
Stuck in a roundabout.
You're supposed to go round then.
I hope people know how to drive around the roundabout.
Around go.
Nobody would let me in, but now I'm through.
Mm-hmm.
You going around in circles?
Yep, will it go around in circles? Where's Mudball? Will it go around in a...
Don't know, he's not here.
You want to know who has the most roundabouts in the country?
Probably us.
Carmel, Indiana. Roundabout capital of the United States. How you doing, Gitchy?
Hey, Gitchy.
Paul, I see your boat behind you. Spin around, Paul. Look at the TV. Is that your boat?
I can hear the song Popeye the Sailor Man. Looking at that boat.
That's a ickle boat.
That's the pilot boat.
Oh,
They
I wasn't
take,
sure
they
if-
take ship pilots up and put them on and off the ships.
wasn't sure if it was pilot boat or Coast Guard.
Well, hit it. I'm gonna break this computer in a minute.
Okay, what's wrong with the computer now?
No, it's just not responding. I'm typing
It's
stuff
for-
and it's not responding. I got
Keyboard?
nothing open in this computer.
What?
Have you
Paul Jr.
rebooted lately?
What?
Have you rebooted lately?
Oh. Laura
A
said
couple of days ago, I'm gonna have to do it.
Paul Jr. Oh,
Apple
Yeah.
sucks.
sorry, I had to clear my throat there.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Paul. Joe.
Is that your Apple computer you're working on?
Yeah, I'm about to get the old one out. The old one works better.
I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here, guys.
Ooh, porn.
Uh-oh. No, don't buy it.
Here we
There's
go.
mine for sale. That I put it up for sale. It was at $1,200, now down to $895. Here's the same thing with only 2 batteries. $1,000.
Is that the one you're returning to supposed to return to eBay?
Yep, right here.
Right. Can I just ask, how
What?
much refund would you get from eBay if you return it? How much did you pay for it originally?
Nine something. It's right up.
$981.51.
Then you send it back to eBay and get that money back, then $895.
No, that's his drone that is on there. He listed it.
Yes.
This is my drone
That's his listing.
for sale.
That's
Yes, but if
David,
it's
that's his desk.
I can't
get
buy it
that.
from me.
no,
Yeah, but if you send it back, you're going to get 981. Not
if you send it back to
895.
eBay, you get 981 back, not 895.
Okay,
I
yeah.
know.
Sell it,
so-
you're gonna
somebody
get 7
buys it.
something.
Paul is trying to get us to talk him out of selling it.
I was getting a deal.
Paul, cancel that and just send it back to eBay. Get your money back.
What do
You
you
were
what do
getting
you-
a deal.
what do
but
you what do you
didn't
what do you
get the
think,
deal.
Justin?
I think you're trying to get us to talk you out of selling it, and you got to make that decision for yourself.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but
that's
you
what
can
he's trying
talk
to-
me out of it.
I don't know what I don't
Well-
get. Is, right. Why are you
Send
selling
it
it
back.
for less than you paid? Right? If you want to keep it, keep it. If you're going to sell it, just send it back to eBay. You'll
Send it
get
back.
more money back.
Yeah.
And it ain't costing you anything.
Yeah, because I know what I got now, right?
Yeah, you know what you got now. If you decide to keep it, you're not gonna have the goggles. And
So,
He would have never
Even-
used the goggles anyway.
well,
so-
this is the other thing. Even with the goggles, he's still got a better deal without the goggles than what they got out there now without
Yeah, with
goggles.
6 batteries.
Yeah.
Yes, but Paul, you're selling it. That's the point. And you're selling it for less than you paid. Well, you
So
have the
either-
option, return
He's got
it and get the full money back.
right.
He's
so
got
you-
it advertised for sale on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
He's not
So-
actually selling it because nobody wants to buay it.
So
The
remove the
point is,
listing
anyone
and
can.
remove the listing and just pick whether you want to keep it or send it back.
Yeah.
That's your two
Send it
choices.
back. If you don't want to keep it, send it back, get your money back.
That's all I'm saying. That's your two
Yeah, I
choices.
just
But
click that, delete, then decide.
if you really want to just take care of the whole issue, send it to me.
like
and
how
just
just
remove the middleman.
Paul, not that one.
Okay.
Paul, go over the other side. The 3 dots. Down.
I'm just saying, Mark. If
Yeah.
he sends it to me, we'll just remove all this whole
Click
argument.
that.
Yeah, that's true. It would, yeah.
It's not doing anything. Right. Oh, there you go. Your listing. It's gone. Hopefully. Press F5.
Control R or hit the refresh half circle in the upper
F5.
left corner.
F5.
Like I said, just send it to me and we'll remove all the situation and you won't have to make
There
any
you go.
decisions.
Click markers out of stock.
Just write on that label forward to Justin.
Just put no, I haven't sold.
Just take a permanent marker. Blot out the address on that return label, write mine in there, and it's all taken care of.
Right. Now,
And
all you have
I'll
to do, Paul, is decide. Do you want to keep it? You're keeping it, enjoy it, fly it, whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
I have not been flying it, so you know.
We'll send it back. Get your money back. Use the money for something else.
The thing
Uh,
is that drone's getting older by the day to where
Something
eventually it's
that
not gonna
you
be worth
actually
nothing.
need.
And the other thing,
Justin, every
Paul,
drone's getting
how-
old.
right. How
What would
many
you do, Lance?
how many
For what-
R2S
I would send it to me.
buy you?
1.5.
Yeah, what you're paying for that drone, you could buy another Air 2S and still have money in your pocket.
Exactly. You could buy another two R2Ss or more.
Okay,
Yeah.
One
And then you
one
have
and a half.
spares. You could drop
Well,
one into the ocean, just pick another one out and go, right, you go up there.
Like I said, he could buy one row of replacement drone and still have money in his pocket.
Exactly.
Or he could just put the money in his
Well,
account.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not flying
Um,
it, I mean, it's just like the Mini 3. You got that and you're not using it.
Paul Gitchy's asking about Lynn.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get over there.
She's not talking to him.
Yep, that's pretty much the basis of it.
Yeah, Lynn. Lynn has not been around. She's been absent. She's pretty much just gone from my life. Not by my choice, but by hers. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but if you want to give her a call, you can do that.
Gitchy, Laura's mum's doing better. She's going to be in hospital for another couple of weeks, but that's more down to they've got to put things in place before she can go home.
Yeah, give Lynn a call. That'd be good. She'd probably like to hear from you.
She's Eastern time zone, right?
Oh,
Lynn.
Yep.
she lives down the road from Paul.
She lives not far
Yeah,
from.
so, yeah.
Yeah, she lives in Port Huron.
Yeah, she's not far from Gitchy as well.
Yeah, Gitchy's normally south of us about 30, 40 miles, but yes.
That's not far. Do that in an hour.
Well, it depends upon what part of the continent she's on, if she's in Europe or if she's in Asia or where she is.
She's everywhere. She's in the wires, in the walls. AI, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she could be.
You know what? I wish they'd get rid of fucking AI. I'm getting sick of all these companies changing their support
Oh,
to
speaking
AI.
of which, Justin, I'm sitting here yesterday
Oh,
and my Christmas tree turned on. You talking about a ghost ship? I looked over there at it and
I
turned it
had-
off, and the fan turned on.
I had nothing to do with it.
You are supposed to take the Christmas tree down on 12th night.
No, he's worried about spirits and ghosts.
No,
No,
Justin was
no,
talking
it's
about
the
that.
it's the Russians. The Russians hacked them.
Hi, Rod.
What's up,
Somebody
Rod?
hacked me.
Well, we had a discussion, Rod, on here about if you believe in spirits, ghosts, and all that kind of
Ew.
stuff.
Oh.
That's what they were talking about yesterday. My
So-
Christmas tree turned on its own. I was sitting here like this, and I saw the light on the side of my eyes, and I went.
You
Like
want to
that,
hear my theory?
and
You want to hear my
My dog
theory
turned
on it?
around and looked at it.
Okay, what's Rod's theory?
So, there's a lot of controversy about which history is right. Religious history, scientific history, blah 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 blah, right? What if the what if the possibility is that both sides are right?
Oh,
How
yeah.
how could both sides be right?
Quite easy.
They can't.
It's an interesting
Yeah,
theory, and
it's-
there are some people out there that
Well,
are
no,
talking about
they both could be right. It's just
Multi-
that we have the
multiple
dates wrong.
multiple dimensions.
Like I said, I've
So
seen
when it
shit
comes
move.
to ghosts and things like that, it could be
Justin
a
has
case
seen-
where the
Justin has
multiple
seen shit
dimensions
that he
are
wants to
overlapping.
It's the metaverse. Yes.
Don't blame
Has it-
Facebook for it.
Well, if
No.
anybody wants proof, watch Skinwalker Ranch on History
No,
Channel.
I've seen stuff move behind Joe before.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know,
Yeah.
Well,
All
they
you
made
have
it
to
even
do,
worse.
all you have
There-
to do
What made
is
it
go,
worse is that
Alexa,
crap
turn
goes
on
on.
3D printer.
Yeah, but let's go back to
Well,
what
Ju-
Hot Rod said.
It can't
How
hear
could they
you.
both be right? They can. It could
It-
just be that science has not got these dates right.
Oh, it could be that too, but the
Joe's
ghost
got something to
thing
say.
is probably pretty good evidence of sort of multiverse, multi dimensions,
I
kind of
know they're not
existing
wrong.
where
ahead,
the
Joe.
dimensions sort of cross over.
Joe's
Joe's
getting
next.
daft.
Well,
He's
like I
getting
said,
daft
that
in
came
the
on. It came on last night, and I told it to turn it off. It turned it off. Then I heard the fan come on. I went. So I turned it off, and I said, "Bitch,
all right.
quit doing this." You know, so Alexa. You know, so I'm sitting here, and day before yesterday, my TV just started changing channels.
Yeah, you told
So
us
I
that.
looked at that and I said, "Okay, that's got to go," and I fixed that. So then all of that was 2 days now, right? I go to bed last night and I'm sound asleep. I get a knock on the door at 1 o'clock in the morning. Just a little small, and the dog's going crazy. I said, "Okay, grab the gun." You know, I mean, I
Guns
walked
don't
up
do
here with my
nothing
son. He
to.
forgot his keys.
Guns won't have no effect on a
Like them
poltergeist, Joe.
ghosts.
I'm gonna be shook, dog. I'm gonna empty it. You know,
Who was
Now
at
you
the
might-
door, Joe?
Now you
I'll
might
be
turn
hollering
your
Jesus every time too.
Yeah.
now you might turn your neighbor into a ghost, but it ain't gonna hurt an existing
Yeah.
Who
ghost.
was at the door, Joe?
It was my son. He forgot his keys.
Oh,
1 o'clock in the morning.
I don't get
You
why
know?
he does this. He never
He
does
should have.
this.
He should have
Hey,
hollered police. You know, I said, "I'm not opening. You got to
or
work."
he would have been nice if he used his cell phone and called you and says, "Hey, I'm coming home."
Yeah, I know. That's
I
what I
forgot
told him.
my
But why you
keys.
call me? He
Yeah.
said, "'Cause I got upstairs and realized I didn't have my keys."
Yeah.
I said,
And
"But you
that's
still
it.
got your phone."
He should just called,
Yeah,
but then Joe may not have woken up because Joe was dead asleep.
phone's right next to him.
He keeps the phone next to him.
Joe should have said, you know, who is it? And when he answered, you said, well, you're not coming in. And then she would have said, oh, I've got a warrant.
Gitchy has a point for you, Joe.
Uh-oh.
Somebody from New Orleans must have put a voodoo hex on Joe.
Oh, hell no. Tonight I'm sleeping with the Bible tonight. What you talking about?
Highly Selassie.
No, it's not on Joe. It's on his apartment. It's in his
Rod?
Name of
space.
Jesus.
Rod, is that your car
Jesus with me
behind
tonight.
you?
It could be. It's one of the inspiration pictures that I have of multiple Camaros that I've looked at for
Wait.
what I want to do with mine. I have a 67 Camaro sitting in my mom's garage that I want to, that someday I will probably fix up. So it would look a lot like this because that's a 67.
Unless you're really mechanically handy, I would suggest hiring somebody to.
Andrew, what do you think I
Help
would
you?
do? Given
It's
what
not
I
less-
do, I would just pay somebody.
I just turned it into a bog standard SS.
I long time ago I had the desire and could have done some of it, not the body work. I could do some of the mechanical stuff. I just, that's why I have the job that I do, so that I can make enough to pay other people to do the shit that I don't want to do anymore. I'm helping the economy. I'm
So-
helping the economy run by paying other people to do things that I don't want to do.
So you want to redo the interior?
Redo the whole car. The body's
engine?
in pretty decent shape. It needs one quarter panel.
How's the?
If you
The-
want to spend an absolute bloody fortune doing it and have it look mint, like it just came off the factory and drives better than it did when it did, Take it to Phantom Works.
So there's one thing I've looked at. There's one of those custom racing places that they make a custom front end that is six grand, I think it is. But it knocks 100 pounds off the weight of the car. It's 100 pounds
How-
lighter than the stock front end. And then you can
How's-
put the rack and pinion and all the modern steering stuff on that frame.
How's the engine? Is it solid or does it need?
The engine?
Yeah.
No, that's why it's been sitting in a garage for 30 years because let's just say a valve stem got broke off and went through the side of the block. 6,000 RPM at 6,000 RPMs in second gear. All I heard was bang. Looked up, saw nothing but smoke. Looked down, saw 0 oil pressure.
So
Turned the key off and coasted out the end of the track.
is that
So
fixable?
Phantom
Oh
Works.
yeah, it's fixable. Put a new motor in it.
Phantom
Okay, so
Works
you do
got
need
an
a new motor.
LS2 in it.
I wanted a new motor in it anyways. I wanted a new motor in it before I blew it up. I wanted a different motor. It
What
had
do you want, a
350 It
V8?
had a 350 small block. I want to put a big
Yeah.
block in it.
You want an LS2
Yeah,
in it.
that's not a bad one.
No, the LS2 would be nice. That's a nice cheap 350 that you can stick in there. Honestly, the car could take it. The 572
What?
big block, crate motor.
But if you repaint the car, I would suggest that color behind you.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I kept that picture. Color and styles. The other things I'd love to do is remove the door handles and do the hidden door handles. But that requires some body work to make that happen. I actually want it cleaner look. I want it cleaner looking.
Are you
Which
saying you
is-
want? Are you saying you want wings?
No,
The
not
doors open like
Not
wings?
wings. It's got
No.
the silver
Solenoids.
handles on the outside. I want it smooth down the side.
Oh,
So
so you want?
recessed handles. Yeah, recessed handles.
Electronic ones, just solenoid operated.
I like the physical because then if the solenoid goes,
No, it's still mechanical. It's just the hidden ones. Like the ones that you lift, right?
yeah. But
The
Mark
door
said it
handle
was
that you just
solenoid.
lift up that is flush with the door. So
So that's a future project, huh?
all comes down to when I want to pay for it. It's basically what it amounts to.
So are the seats in good shape?
They need recovered. Frames are good.
So the seats are in decent shape. They just need a
Yeah, the
refresh.
dashboard needs. God damn, you can replace the end. You can get all new interior, carpet, headliner, dash, freaking everything for $3 grand to redo the inside. Only if you go kind of nutty can that part get super expensive. I
Yeah,
saw one
because
guy, he put a newer Honda interior in it. It actually looked fucking good.
What's
'Cause,
the make and model?
The 67 Camaro.
That's what I thought. It looked like the 67.
Yeah.
I
It's got
took
the
my-
wing.
I took my driving test on a 72.
Yeah, the 67s have the little winglets. The 68s have one solid window. Let me see if I can somewhere.
And my sister had a 72 Camaro, and that's the one I took my first driving test in. That was a nice car.
Let me share some
Oh,
of
the old Camaros
pictures.
are nice. I like
Let
them.
me share some of the pictures that I've saved off.
Because my neighbor has a 67 Chevelle. The outside looks absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous.
So this has
It
got
drives
the
well.
this has got
and
the
the-
stock door handles that stick out.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, they're okay. I just not my favorite.
I like
It's
that.
sort of a stealth version. Yeah. And that's a 67 as well with the RS package. If you look at the nose, I like
Now
this one.
that-
This is kind of a modern version, almost like the new Camaros in some ways.
Rod, now that's a nice car.
Here, let me zoom in.
Is that a soft top
No,
or is that a hard
No.
top?
hard top, two-tone. They put a nice modified package on the front of it.
I still prefer the SS.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the RS
Yeah.
nose again.
yeah. My brother's friend, he had a that color green Charger.
I wasn't after the green. I was after how clean and it. Hate the color. Like the seats,
Oh, you
like
want-
the
yeah.
like the seats, like the dash, like what they did in the engine compartment. 572. That's so I know a 572 big block Chevy will fit inside that my frame. Because that's what they did. 572.
As long as it's the same here.
It is. It'll
Okay.
fit. It'll fit a big
How-
block.
how
This is
big-
that one. Yeah, this
is-
is the one from This is the one from Lakeland. Damn, I wish I'd have bought that car. They wanted 60 grand for it. I should have bought it. But it's got the Honda interior.
If it's got the original engine, all the numbers match, that number is higher.
It didn't have numbers matching when I bought the damn thing. It came with a 327. It had well, it was supposed to have a 327. It had a 350 in it. So it wasn't original when I bought it. But this is a nice interior. I really, really, really like what they did with the interior on this one.
These have seatbelts, don't they? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it lap belt or seatbelt?
Lap belt
Okay.
in that year. Some more custom body work. You can see the exhaust actually comes out on the side. I don't know if I'm a gigantic fan of that, but the color looked nice. The rims look nice.
I like it. I like
Yeah, it's got a nice look. That's why I kept the picture.
Yeah, I like that one right there.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, some interesting inspiration pics on what to do.
Oh,
There,
the
how's
colors
that
of
for a
this-
seatbelt?
There you
that's
go.
a race car. That's
I
a
like
racing
the
car.
dash. I like the way they got the dash set up. I like this interior. So
Because the 2019 Civic Type R had racing seats in it.
and I wouldn't mind doing the supercharger like this. But I don't know. We'll see. This one I love. This one I love. He's got a tilt front end. I don't know how much less weight he has in the front end on this thing, but it's a chrome moly tube build. You can see right here, and it goes through the fire. So it's a custom frame.
Well, it's a fiberglass front end, right?
Yeah. Complete custom frame.
Does that not look like Bumblebee from Transformers?
It does.
Yep.
It does. I don't know why I kept this one. This is not quite as exciting. This one's not bad.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I
A
like that
nice.
one.
It's probably got a nice
got-
small. It's probably got a nice
but-
small block in it.
Body lines, that's nice body lines on it.
Yeah, it's a 67. See the little winglet window here? That's how you know
Yeah.
it's a 67. And a 68, it didn't have the winglet. It was just one solid window. So
That's nice.
they didn't
Yeah,
completely
someone made-
paint the interior though. Notice it's black on the firewall and the fender wells. But it is pretty sharp looking.
You want me to make you cringe? That was my sister's 72, right? In 74, she sold it, and guess what she bought?
A
Coleman Ghia.
77 smog car.
Coleman Ghia.
What's that?
It's a Volkswagen, little stupid car.
Why would you go from
Went
something
from that
like
muscle
this?
car to a little stupid car. But it fit her though.
How's that? It's sharp looking.
She could have sold it to you.
Yeah, she could have. I probably
Yeah.
would have died in it though.
A more
Huh.
modern interior. In this case, though, I wouldn't do what they did, which is they have manual. They have
No.
a manual transmission. What I actually want for a transmission is the Corvette 8-speed, or well, now it's the GM 8-speed transmission.
So you want a automatic?
Mm-hmm. I have knee replacements. Me and manual sticks don't get along. I can drive them
Yeah, I know.
perfectly
Yeah, I
fine.
agree.
It's just
Right,
it's a
right.
pain
But
in
you
the
wouldn't
ass.
want to drive it every day.
Yeah, exactly. Give me the automatic. I want the 8-speed. I want the 8-speed so that I can put. The one I have has 411 gears. I always thought I'd go 456, but honestly, I'd go up to probably like 511 gears in the ass end with an 8-speed because you have
Yeah.
so many overdrives that you can still drive it down the highway at decent highway speeds
Take it
without going 4,000
Hey.
RPM.
Is that a Shelby?
No. It's a 67. They
Fuck's
put
sake.
they put a Dana 60 rear end in it.
Pay
That's what this is.
No, I
It's a
was
narrow. It's a narrowed rear end.
but look at the tires.
Yeah, it's a narrowed rear end.
Those are thicker tires than you put on a
Yeah, yeah.
Camaro.
That means there's no back seat.
For fuck's sake, come on.
And then this
I
one, which
didn't
is my
do it,
background
Justin.
at the moment. Now, notice door handles. Where's the door handles?
Yeah.
In
It's
It's
the
probably
Uh,
it's probably right on the top, right? It's one of those styles where it's kind of like on the
it's
top of
gotta
it
be.
and you push it down.
or it's on the key fob.
Up there.
Yeah, it could be.
Down.
But this is why I like this one because it is so fucking clean, right? There's like very little anything on the outside. Fucking clean.
I would if you want to repaint it, I would bring that picture to the paint guy.
Oh yeah,
Ask
yeah,
him-
yeah. That's why I've
ask
been
him-
collecting. That's why I've been collecting
Well-
all this stuff.
I want to get something like this. What can you give me? They likely can match to very close to that picture.
Oh, I'm sure.
You'd be amazed in how close they can get.
This is a nice interior. Modern interior, modern seats.
It-
That'd be
Wait,
comfy.
Is this a modern old car?
Yeah. They do that. They'll put
No.
modern interiors on old
Nothing.
muscle cars.
Oh.
I'm not into this
And,
lower. I'm not into this
um,
lowered crap.
Is that a low riding Camaro?
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
I honestly don't think the Camaro was made to be a low rider.
It'd be okay. You just wouldn't want to hit any nasty bumps with it.
There's a few around here. If you hit them, you do a number on the car.
Uh-huh, exactly. I do that every day with my Corvette when I'm driving. So here's your LS that you talked about earlier. They did a nice job on this interior or the engine compartment. Looks really freaking clean. Completely painted.
The engine looks new.
It is. It's a crate motor. LS3 crate motor.
About what are they, about $4,000, something like that about 10, 11 grand for an
Yeah,
LS,
about 10 grand.
something
About
like
10
that.
grand. Yeah, the LS is about 10 grand.
Rod, that's a 2015 design award.
Hmm.
But if you've never watched Phantom Works on TV or even on YouTube, watch them. They do some good stuff to cars.
Now I like that. That's clean. I like that.
This is clean.
that-
It's also
The guy
it's
that
not
runs-
original. That's a custom dash
Uh-huh.
that
The guy that
they put
runs
in there.
Phantom Works, has got an
Are,
old
are
Camaro.
those
Not
are
to
those
mention a couple of 62, 63 Corvettes as well.
Corvette Stingray was nice, Mark.
Mine when I bought it had a 3-speed in it. God damn, I hated that 3-speed. Every freaking time I hit second gear, I put my hand through the dash. It
Stingray
hurt.
didn't around until about 1970, 72, wasn't it? Something like that.
So here's a fuel injected one.
Stingray was the C3, wasn't it? I think.
Right. Out.
This thing, oh my
1962,
God,
you're talking
this
the
motor
C1.
looks sick.
Rod, that's the cleanest motor I've seen yet.
Yeah, exactly. It looks sick. Anyways.
I've been to several car shows, and that's one of the cleanest I've ever seen.
There you go. There's my collection of pictures, inspiration pictures so far.
Oh, Jim's Journey will swap a couple drones for those.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that comment. Yeah.
Max offered you $50.
Yeah, swap a
Of
couple
course,
cheap-
Max would offer $50.
Yeah, I don't know if
Max
a couple
offers
Chin-
$50 for everything.
I don't know if a couple Chinese drones are worth that kind of a vehicle. Just saying.
What about a couple of Inspires?
Still Chinese.
The reality is I'd love to put about 70 grand into it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, if you do a ground up restoration to it, you're going to be talking up to 100 grand.
Yeah, I don't want to go quite that high, but 60, 70 grand to put it back together. It could come back really bloody nice.
Do you already have some of the parts to do it?
Yes.
Well, there you go. You saved a few $1,000 right there.
Or you could go 100 grand and put that 1,000 horse 632 crate motor in. But that motor's like $39,000 just for the motor from GM. But it's 1,000 horsepower on pump gas.
Like I said, watch Phantom Works. He does some
Yeah,
really good stuff.
you could get that kind of horsepower without that big a motor. So
Just don't put too much torque the transmission can handle.
Well, obviously.
So I've heard you can really wreck the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why
Literally.
you tune. When you're tuning an engine like that, obviously you're going to tune the transmission as well. Make sure it's.
When I was a
SSI.
kid, there was we used to go do what we called lapping downtown, and there was a guy that had a Monte Carlo. He must have had, I don't know how big the cam was. I'd pull up next to him, and he'd be going blip, 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 blip. But so he put that big ass cam in the motor. You know what he didn't do? He did nothing to the transmission. So he had a cam that probably needed a 3,000 plus lockup torque converter using a stock torque converter, which is probably 1,700. So it'd lock it up at 1,700 outside the power range of the cam. It would take him 5 blocks to get that damn thing wound up to the point that it actually got enough RPM for the cam to actually start producing power. It was hilarious. Blah, 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 blah. A freaking little Toyota Camry could have like blown him away. It's like, dude, you really don't know how to build a car, do you? Apparently not.
Wrong choice of engine.
Wrong engine. He didn't change the torque converter. He didn't put the right gearing in the ass in so that it would get up into the RPM range for the camshaft. Yeah, all he did was put the big cam in it. That was it. He just put the big cam in it.
If he had spent the few extra $1,000, he would have been better off.
He probably didn't have a few extra $1,000 to spend. It was a kid. He was like me. He was probably 17, 18. It was cutesy. It sounded nice. Just it was hilarious. I used to toy with people with that Camaro of mine.
It's like those people that put the 30, 40-inch rims on their cars and they wonder why the transmissions and shit go out on them
Yeah.
because they don't have the transmissions redone to handle a wheelbase that size.
What about the ones that sink the back of the car and raise the front?
Why did you let him out again?
I don't know why you would want to do that.
Damn it.
Neighbor's son's like 18, 20. He did it to
Yeah,
his
just for
pickup
the
truck.
looks, not for functionality.
He did it
That's-
for he did it with his pickup truck.
Oh, that's the Carolina drop. Yeah,
Yeah.
those that's starting to become
But-
illegal in a lot of places, including
It's
Carolina,
illegal
where it
now.
originated.
It's illegal now.
Well, the problem is too is the one thing people ran into when they were squatting their trucks was the engines and the transmissions. Now the fluids were not sitting level in them, and a lot
Yeah.
of people had engines and transmissions burning up because they're not designed to be on a slant like that all the time running.
You got to have a
You know?
dry sump oil system in the engine.
Right, you'd have to really do some work to it to get it to not fuck up. But that's the problem is a lot of guys would go buy these kits for, $500-600, drop their fucking truck, and they didn't do jack shit to it. And then their transmission or oil, like I said, isn't made. It's one thing when you're driving up a hill and eventually, you get off the hill and you go flat again. But when a truck's not made to sit there and drive at an angle like that at all
Now,
times.
come on, Justin. Quit picking on all the mechanics. The mechanics have got to be able to make money off the stupid people too. So,
Oh, that
quit picking on the mechanics.
No,
Let those idiots do that shit. Somebody's going to make money on them. It's kind of like my job. I make money from people doing bad stuff, writing
Can
bad
you
code.
guys hear that noise?
Yeah, you're talking.
No, not that noise.
No.
Ghosts.
No, it's my bed calling. Good night,
Oh,
everyone.
is it Joe? Is there something behind Joe again?
No.
There's loads of
thought
things behind Joe.
Yeah, I
like
got a bunch of ducks
pictures.
behind me.
Bro, when you start seeing
Pictures,
dishes,
ducks.
when you start seeing dishes come out of the cabinet, got problems, Joe.
Joe, is your
He's-
TV
That's what I said, right?
He's about to mail me the big duck.
your TV's a smart TV, right?
Who's smart? Got a smart TV.
Start
Joe.
hearing Alexa answering questions.
You know what's
If it
funny about the
is-
TVs like that? It could have been his neighbor through the wall.
Because
the
other
remote
people
was
with
on
the
the same
same
channel.
TV
Don't-
might be able to control Joe's TV.
Mhm.
No, stop trying to find logical reasons. We're trying to freak Joe out here.
Not gonna do it.
Well, on that note, my bed is calling. It's good night.
Your bed is calling? Your bed
Yes.
talks? You have a
Yes.
talking bed?
And you're worried about things behind me.
Rod, it has speakers.
When you hear Alexa in the middle of the night answer the poltergeist, it's like the proper way to haunt somebody, according to Google, is.
I've had it in the middle of the night tell me I don't understand what you just said.
Yeah, don't understand ghost language. It has trouble
What-
deciphering that.
What about when you
I
ask
didn't
her
quite
who
get
how
that.
to
I didn't quite get that. That's when I
I-
unplug it.
I get that to a question that she
You-
should already know.
You hear Joe answer too. I can quite guarantee you're gonna have a round in your ass. Get out of my house. 2 in the morning.
Bitch going out the house quick. I bet you Alexa wound up in that pool over there.
I could see one day Joe just shooting Alexa.
Got too many neighbors to do that. If I was out in that property up in the country, Alexa wouldn't stand a chance.
Chance is available to stream on.
Oh, shut up.
Hello.
Started talking to him.
Now the ghost is trying to make sure that it's gonna be nice and cold tonight.
Oh.
So you can see your breath.
Andrew waved this time when he was leaving.
I could see Joe's son coming in. What the hell's wrong with you? I see dead people.
Yeah, right.
I can honestly say like the subject of ghosts really interests me, but since I've never actually seen anything, I'm still a little skeptical. Now, with that said, I was at my dad's house one night by myself, and I swear to God, I heard my dad call my name from his bedroom, and he wasn't home. That's the weirdest thing I've ever had happen to me.
Well, when my dad died, the day of the funeral, everybody went to the funeral, but my nephew, Christopher, because he was young, they didn't bring him. And that night, my brother was in the house, and Christopher's in the room, and he's having a conversation. And Kirk said he started walking towards the room, and his dog was sitting by the room, but wouldn't go in the room. And he had a cat. Cat wouldn't go in the room. Cat was sitting there. And he said as he turned the corner towards the room, it got real cold. And he said, Chris, who are you talking to? He said, Papa. I put it this way, I would have said, let's go. Yeah.
I've never seen anything, but that's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. As far as just unexplainable. Because I swear to God, I heard my dad call my name clear as day from his bedroom. But there was never any activity in my dad's house, so that was a weird thing. So I don't know. That could have been my mind playing tricks on me.
When I was in 5th grade, we lived about, I'd say, a good 7-8 miles from the school. And I used to take a bus down to a certain point. I used to get a ride actually from a neighbor that was going to where he worked, and he dropped me off at the bus stop to get the bus to go to the school. It was a public bus, and I was in 6th grade, and I got in the bus, and as I got in the bus, there was 2 or 3 people in the front, and there was a guy sitting in the back. And as I walked in, I looked at him, and he was my grandfather. Looked just like my grandfather. And I looked at him. I started walking back, and I went to sit down in the seat, and he motioned to me. And I looked at him, and I said, I wasn't scared of the guy because I mean he was a spitting image of my grandfather. Looked at him, and I said, "Yeah, what?" And he said, "Sit down. I want to ask about your grandmother." Like that. I looked at him, and I sat there, and he asked me how everybody in the family was doing. He was coming out with names and everything. And it was like what I remember the picture of, and I was a baby when he died. But he looked exactly like the picture. And we talked, and it was like a peaceful conversation.
Bye, Andrew.
Nothing
Thanks for
was-
saying bye this time.
Go
ahead, sorry.
He waved. He did wave. But it was never a moment where I was afraid. You know what I mean? And then he said, "This is your stop coming up. You're gonna have to get off." So I went to get off the bus, turned around, looked, there was nobody there. And I remember this. And I told my dad about it. My dad thought I was an idiot, you know. But I'm telling you, it's plain as day. I guarantee I saw that and felt that.
Like
No,
I said,
Andrew said goodbye in the chat.
yeah, I know. I said thank you for at least saying goodbye this time and not just dropping off the damn panel.
Yeah, he waved before he got off.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes he don't say anything. He'll just be looking at the camera like he's going to say something, and then boom, it's fucking gone. Never comes in the chat, says bye, nothing.
Yeah, Tim asked him why he does that, and Andrew said he'd explain later. I think
Maybe he's not allowed to be on live streams.
I think it's
He might have had
something.
to get off.
I think it's somewhat to do with his mum, innit? Don't he look after his mum?
Yeah.
I have no idea, to be honest with you, but I know every time somebody comes home, he jumps on. That's usually when he leaves. I know when he does it normally. It's just I was always wondering why he would never say bye. He would just leave so damn abruptly.
Oh, Rod, look. These bumpers.
Mm-hmm.
That's TPU, and that was another design for the Avata bumpers.
Who
These
did
fit
that one?
perfect. I did this. That was off. It was on one of the sites. I pulled it and printed them, and they came out perfect.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Who made the design? You got it off.
Yeah,
You just
whoever
got it
made it,
offline.
I mean, it came out
That
perfect.
looks just like the ones David made.
Yeah,
David actually made them for the Avata like a couple days after he got it. Because he got his right around the same time you did. Like literally, he got his almost as quick as you did.
yeah. I made 3 sets of them. I sent one out this morning to Lance. Because
Yeah.
Lance said he didn't have a set. His friend had a set. That was
Oh,
his
Dave-
on a green bumper.
David got his new computer yesterday too. Fuck, that thing is nice. Let me see here.
And I sent Lance one of these cases for the propellers, so you can put propellers in it. You go right in like that, fit in. But I like that other case, that one I found, or I really like that one. If this drone case comes in, since I really don't think I'm gonna buy the sticks, that case with the props will fit right in there with the sticks, so it looks like it's made for it.
You're not gonna do manual, so why worry about the sticks?
Yeah, that's, I know, and I never wanted to do manual. I bought the sticks on the other one because I wanted to be able to get 7 inches, 8 inches off the ground, take my hand off of that and just go forward or backwards.
Yeah.
That way I'm level.
You know, I bought the sticks for the Avata like
Look at that.
the day that I
Wow.
bought the Avata because I knew they were gonna like sell out. I got the
Yeah.
controller for like $150 and then it jumped up to over 200 and sold out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this-
you know what I've used that controller for? The Sims on my computer. I've literally
Yeah.
never flown the Avata with the sticks ever, nor will I ever.
I flew the Avata with the sticks, but never went manual.
So Joe, this one here was the one that just came out. I think he got it in the dark, but it's got it's liquid cool and Intel Core i9, which I think that's the 14th gen, and an NVIDIA RTX 490 2TB M.2, and you get 64 gigs of DDR5 with Windows 11 Pro. And that's how
Wow.
much he paid for it. Look at that. Whew.
Mine costs less than that,
I-
but I have the
I-
139K with a NVIDIA 4090 with 128 gigs of RAM. So, and multiple 2 TB Samsung
I think he's putting-
990s with some
He's putting
other drives as well.
He's putting 4 terabytes in his that he has. But this is I
It's a nice
don't re-
machine.
it is. I just don't like that wood grain, and David didn't really like it either. He said he was thinking about doing a carbon fiber wrap on it
Mm-hmm.
over top of it, because I don't like that either. Because these days when you're selling computers like this, you really are targeting mostly the gaming community because it's so large, and most gamers don't do wood grain type designs in their offices. Most of them are very neon, a lot of RGBs. Like,
Here's
I
a
don't know.
secret for anybody looking for a computer. The difference between the 14900s and the 13900s is pretty much non-existent. So get a 13900 and save yourself some money. There's literally no difference on the performance.
No, Ryzen and Intel are pretty much on the same par, Jim. One's really not better than the other. AMD tends to be a little better on the price,
AMD
But-
tends to be more power hungry than Intel's.
but it's also a little bit more geared towards gaming too, though. But
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with a
Mm.
Ryzen 9, say a Ryzen 9 12th and an i9 12th. You really couldn't go wrong with either one. both-
Only if you got the Ryzen with the VD cache on it is it really the gaming one. If you don't get the one with the VD cache on it, yeah,
Mine's a
the
50
Intel's actually better. Where the Ryzen actually wins.
Mine's a
is-
5600X, which is actually geared towards gaming. It's a Ryzen 5.
Yeah, they support the AVX 512 instruction set. So it does video encoding way better than the Intels do. That's the one thing the Ryzen for sure does better than Intel.
Right,
Outside
but
of
what
that, they're a toss up.
But I'm saying when you're doing even gaming or you're just doing, say, editing on a pretty high level, either one of them will get the job done, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
Intel tends to be a little more expensive though too. If you look at historically on prices, Ryzen sometimes, if it's an equal like graphics card on both sides, they'll usually be about $100 cheaper. You know,
Intel doesn't. Well,
One
until
time
recently,
burned
Intel
those.
didn't make graphics cards. So
My son's house in North Carolina, he's got a couple of hanging baskets in the back. And when they came back after the 2 weeks in after the wife came back with the 2 weeks in Alaska, she came back and she didn't realize there was eggs up in there and a bird. Now she's got 3 baby birds in there. Had 3 baby birds sitting in the basket. So we got squatters.
it depends, Jim. Some of these games now, the newer ones coming out in the last 2 years, are packed up with ray tracing and everything in them now.
yeah,
They
but
can
that's
be
not CPU. That's GPU, which means get
That's-
NVIDIA because NVIDIA kicks AMD's ass.
what I'm saying is as far as he's saying an i7 would do the job, but
It will. An i7 will do the job just fine.
an i5
He's
still
not
will
wrong.
if it's a certain generation.
Hmm.
Just like I said, my Ryzen 5 5600Xs, that one's actually geared for
CPU
gaming.
hasn't been a bottleneck for a long time. As a guy who does nothing but performance in the enterprise world, CPU hasn't been the bottleneck in a really long time. What do you think makes cloud work so well? You host multiple customers on the same piece of hardware.
Just like they're starting to update all the games now to Unreal Engine 5, and you can't even use nothing less than a 20 series card with that now.
Yeah.
You want to, so now some of these people like Tim sent Rigger that laptop that had a pretty decent graphics card on it. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it was working fine for him, and then a couple of his games updated to Unreal Engine 5. Now he's got to get a whole new computer because it's not working now. For him.
The 20 series was the first series that has the ray tracing chips on board. So
Yeah, I got a 2060 Super 8 gig.
yeah.
It's mine.
But that was the first that was the first ray tracing card. Was that 20,000 or 2000 series from NVIDIA.
And I was watching a video from J2 Sense, and that video he did, he was talking about the difference in RAM between DDR4 and 5, and he's like, you really don't need an update right now. He goes, he was kind of trying to tell people to save your money. You don't have to go out and buy the latest RAM just because.
Yeah.
And he was showing how it's still really good for a lot of things. And
yeah, it is. It is.
That's what I like about him is he puts out videos like that, he'll try to save people money, and he actually will call out companies when they're doing some bullshit.
I mean, you could, the reality is most people could run a 5-year-old computer perfectly fine and be happy. You don't really need any of this new shit.
No, it's just about the only time it kills you is when Windows says, "Oh, we can't update you to the latest Windows anymore."
Unless you're doing something balls to the wall, anything will mostly work.
No. So I
What
think
they haven't come out
flown
with
the
yet is the
Avata 2 too much.
4050. They haven't come out with the 4050 yet, I don't think. They really need to release that thing.
We have 2 days left before it's exactly 30 days since I've had the Avata 2, and I'm on my 52nd flight.
I flew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I flew 10 packs today.
That was just Joe hovering it. All right, I'm not ready for this. Brings it back down.
I tell you though, I'm putting the 2 videos out now where I'm scheduling for the next couple of days. I did today, but I'm gonna go in the goggles and get the goggle footage because I want to do that section when it's gonna be like a little 1 minute when I lost connection and almost lost it today.
Oh, come on. You can turn the damn. Oh, no. Don't turn the goggles off.
No, I'm not gonna turn the goggles off.
Because if you turn the
hold on.
goggles off, you don't have control of the drone.
That's
Even
cool,
if the
Ken.
motion controller's on, because the motion controller talks to the goggles talk to the drone. That's
Well, what
the
happened
change.
is
That's the change. If you accidentally turn the goggles off, it'll go to RTH.
Well, it didn't even do that. It was what it was doing. I was getting a video, a breakup where I couldn't see, and it was all pixelated.
Yeah.
And I was over the water, about 1.5 feet over the water max. Yeah, actually, I was about 1 foot over the water. And when it pixelated, first thing I said was come up a little. So I just made it go up a little bit, and I was seeing changing in the colors, so I know it was going higher.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was, all of a sudden, it started doing 360s, like it didn't know where it wanted to go. And I'm trying to control it, and I took my finger off of it, and noticed that it was getting green. So I took the wrist and turned the wrist back like this, and hit it again, and I got my connection back, and I was 6 inches from a tree. And that wouldn't have been nice because that was over water.
Yeah, you lose the video feed before you lose the RC control. So, you know what you should have probably done if you knew which way the drone was going, was just fly backwards.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
It was years
Just to
of
get
porn.
it back, just to get it back in range. You could literally just fly straight backwards, or kind of what you did, stop and use the thumb and go straight up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did.
Assuming
I went
you
up.
knew there was nothing above it.
Well, I looked. I could see there was nothing above it when it started to happen. That's the
But did
first
you
thing I
use
did.
the
Looked up.
thumb, or did you try to lean the motion controller back and pull the trigger to go up?
I was doing the motion control. I should have used the trigger.
You should have used the
I should have
thumb
used the
so that
thumb.
you would have went straight up.
Yeah.
Use what?
Because trying to use the motion controller means the drone was getting further away from you, assuming that was the direction that it was heading.
It was doing something.
So
Just be glad, Joe, all those years of Pornhub helped your wrist game. You were quick on the draw.
I guess the answer is just fly back. Next time, just fly backwards. When it starts breaking up like that, either stop and fly backwards or immediately turn hard and fly back at yourself.
He's asking for that big duck.
I've been trying to get you to show me the big duck.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this one in the morning.
Oh, dude, they were doing the live Russian military parade on YouTube. All the comments in there were hilarious. People were roasting the shit out of Russia.
And the reality is, Joe, that's kind of how we all, first time something like that happens, I don't know that anybody does it perfect. You think about it after you do it. It's like, oh, I probably should have done this. This is how you get better at it the next time that it happens, and then it's not a problem.
Well, I got 3 videos scheduled for the next 3 days going out. And I need to go get some more footage over the weekend because Monday through Friday, there probably isn't going to be any flying. It's going to be that bad. So between wind and rain.
The one thing I noticed today flying my FPV drones, god damn, you got to get that thing off the ground quick once you plug the battery in when it's 90 degrees outside, because they heat up fast.
Yeah.
Starts blinking in the goggles. It's 160 degrees. You need to get moving. It's getting hot.
So
you can't burn up the O3 air unit. It will shut itself off.
I'm assuming Paul is packing up the drone. It looks like.
Every now and again you see him wander past.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go find this footage. I haven't cleared this footage in the goggles in a long time. I got about 80 flights on.
Yeah, those are lower res, so you can get a lot. This is why Sean Oz actually records most of his stuff in 1080. He's like, if I actually recorded it in 4K, I wouldn't have enough storage. He's actually got a good point.
I was about to get mad. I didn't see it. I'm saying, where is it? Where is it? Because I remember seeing what I did is I took off. I went up by the Tammany Trace, which is a long 27-mile track. And I went up to where it starts at, where the bridge goes over the Bogfalaya River. When I get up there, they got a big sign, the bridge is closed, and it's all overgrown right there. So I looked at it, and there was a couple little gaps. So I just took it and flew through the gaps, and went over the bridge. When I got to where it was clear on the bridge, I just have it going like this and then coming up and going over and coming down. And as I come down, they got two girls in bikinis swinging on a rope swing, and they're waving at me, So that was the first thing you see.
Yeah, this Captain Joe was trying to sneak up on them girls. Yeah, we know what he was doing.
It was the same two girls that were last week. They said, "Did you fly last week?" I said, "Yeah," because when I went over to Bogfalaya Park and finished a different flight, and they came up and they said, "Did you last week fly too?" I said, "Why? When?" They told me. They said, "We waved at you." I said, "Yeah, you waved at me today at the rope swings, right?" They said, "You at the rope swings," and I said, "Yeah." I said, "Just here, it's gonna be on." I said, "I'm gonna make sure you're on there waving. You'll be on it." Like that, so they got.
Next time they're gonna start flashing titties at you.
Well, then I'll have to cut that out, that part out. And then at the end of the video, what's even better is as I come around, as I go back the other way, they got a little beach right there at Bogfalaya Park. There must have been about 8 kids in there, and they heard the drone. All of them got up and turned. All little boys turned up and looked, and they're pointing at the drone like this. And as I went by them, I did that 180 slide and backed up, and that's how I end the video. But them just standing there looking at it. It's gonna look cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do something with this.
Yeah, I went out after work and flew 4 batteries on my Baby Hawk, and the damn drone was pretty hot, so I decided to come back in and put the fan on it. I got 4 more batteries charged up, but I think I'm gonna save those for tomorrow.
You weren't in the chat yesterday, right?
Mm-mm.
So you didn't know what happened to him.
Mm-mm.
I was at Bogfalaya Park. I went there yesterday because I wanted to see if there any kayakers. And I went and I was flying, and I walked down by the park, and I was on a little picnic table. So I flew from there, and I flew about 3 different guys. I went through the bando, through the playground, and everything else they had there. And there was no kids in the playground. First time I've ever seen that. So I went all through the playground, and then I went on the river just a little bit and came back. And as I'm walking back, the way the park's made, it's low level, about I'd say 7 feet above the riverbed. And then when you get where the cars are about another 3 to 4 feet higher than that point. And they've got like a little wood breaker they built, and it's all filled in so that if it gets up there, it hits that before it goes up. So I'm walking up the hill, and I'm minding my own business. Got the drone in my hand, got the case in my hand, holding it by the strap. The little strap they got.
Yeah.
And I'm holding it, and I'm walking, and I put my foot up there, and I got to step up about a foot, right? As I step up about a foot, I put my second foot down on that piece of wood gave. I rolled down the hill.
One of those.
I hit the ground, rolled down the hill about 15 feet, just rolling, couldn't stop. Got up and I said, "You got to be kidding me." And because the worst part, if I'd have walked 10 feet the other way, it's like a little walkway. If I was gonna make a shortcut.
You know,
They
it's
had
hell
four-
to get it's hell to get old.
Yeah, they had 4 women come running over to see if I was all right. You know, I said, yeah, I'm just embarrassed. Leave me alone.
Maybe you should have got their numbers.
No, I didn't want
They
none
weren't
of-
that
none of
good. They
those
weren't that
numbers.
good. Okay, never mind.
Oh, hell no. If they had extra food, you wouldn't get it. But I get home last night and I started feeling the wrist hurt, the shoulder hurt, the back hurt, the hip hurt. And then I lay down in bed last night and I found other pieces that were hurt.
Oh,
"God
of
darn it."
course. Yeah, of course.
Felt like I was beat up.
Mm-hmm. You were.
I really was. But I went down and I knew I was going down, so I let myself fall straight instead of rolling. And when I hit, I just started rolling because there was no stopping. It was an incline like that. Just turned around, got up, you know, and they come running. You all right? You all right? I said, yeah, I'm all right. A little embarrassed.
Wonder
And I
where
walked
TJ
over because I thought I
wonder
had
where
missed
TJ
the
is.
step.
Have you seen TJ in a while?
He was
He
in the
was in
chat
earlier.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
I
he's
thought that I
coming.
had misstepped, but when I stepped on it, it moved. I said, "Oh, that's sue the place."
Hmm. I might see TJ on Saturday if he's not working. Maddie and I are getting together. Maddie's gonna put my motors on my Nazgul for me. No idea how much faster that drone's going to be with these new motors, or how twitchy it's going to be, and how much I'm going to have to learn. Probably a lot. May have to put some more expo into the sticks. Come on. Come on, you silly kitty. Come in.
Yeah, boy, that video shows that pixelation.
Come on, Angel. I think my cat's hot, but she doesn't want to come in the door.
What happened? You had like video breakup or something, Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little video out of it.
Yeah, you lose the video before you lose the RC control.
Yeah, but you can always leave footage in like that if you put like a story behind it and say why I did that. You know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it like a separate minute thing. Throw it out there.
Anyways, I think I'm gonna go sit down and relax. Y'all have a good evening.
Later.
See you, Rod.
But like sometimes if you put footage like that into a video, if you give it some kind of context, people will
Yeah.
get it and then they understand why you're showing it. Otherwise, then you get a bunch of hate comments. Oh, that video looked like shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do just a straight thing or do like 4 or 5 little clips into it. I'm up to do straight.
What do you get more views on, videos or shorts?
I'd probably get more on shorts here.
Actually, you could just do your normal long video and then just break it up and do shorts separately.
Yeah.
Do like some of the other channels do and say, if you want to watch the full video, come to my channel or something like that, you know, something short and sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I started at 950 feet. I started getting break up. And telemetry, I had to slow down because telemetry was still working.
Was that today?
So I knew it was moving.
Was that today?
Yeah.
Oh, they were talking about those solar flares. That might have been exactly what it was. Because they actually say it's dangerous to fly drones during solar flares. Because
Well, I had, my
it will throw
KP index was 1.
because it will throw everything off. I don't know. That's just what Rigger said in the chat earlier. I haven't been watching it, so I don't know how bad they
Yeah,
were.
I don't want this to be long. I just want it to be a little short thing, you know?
Just do shorts. Saw a lot of people in the drone community started doing like 2-minute videos because there's some people out there who do like a 45-minute video. It's like, bro, nobody's watching you fly around for 45 minutes. Like, not unless you're doing something really crazy. Dude, I used to put out like 10, 12-minute videos, and then I would look at my average watch time and it'd be like 45 seconds. Minute and a half at the most. So it's one of the reasons why I stopped like doing videos when I was doing drone stuff.
Yep. I'm saying.
I didn't even post a lot of drone footage right at the end of my last channel. Mark, do you see that big Russian parade they're having in Russia right now, that military parade?
Yeah.
Saw it live on YouTube, they were showing it.
Um,
The comments of roasting Russia were hilarious as shit in the live chat. I put in there, I was like, well, there goes half their military budget on a fucking parade. We don't ever do parades like that over here. Where the
no.
military does like big parades like in front of the Capitol like they do in other countries. They don't do that over here.
Yeah, I suppose we've got the trooping of the colour and the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, but that's
And
not
then we've got
fucking-
like the Edinburgh tattoo.
Yeah, but that's not you guys driving tanks and nuclear missiles and rocket
Nah.
launchers through your capital.
No,
That's a
nothing
show
like
of
that.
force. You know, that seems to be very much an
yeah.
Asian thing.
Yeah,
part of the
Russia,
world.
Korea, China.
Yeah, they're the types that usually do shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, during the war, Germany used to do that, obviously, but have you ever seen the Edinburgh tattoo?
Edinburgh tattoo. No,
Yeah,
never heard of it.
it's like a big military, kind of a competition of various different things. Like they have the bands playing. They have a competition like between the forces about stripping down artillery guns and building them back up again.
You talking about your guys' different branches of the military?
Yeah,
I mean, they have some stuff like that, Joe, because they got the football teams and the Army and Navy and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know what did you guys ever do competitions in between branches? On stuff?
Yeah, we did. Basically just sports. And we had competition with weapons, with the rifle range. Yeah, that too.
Okay.
And they have one where they pull an artillery gun on wheels into the stadium, strip it down to nothing, build it back up again, and then fire it. And the one that does it the quickest wins.
Fuck, they put a real round in that thing. Fired in a fucking stadium.
Oh, it's all outdoors. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, they probably just fire and just powder in it. Enough to make a
No.
big boom. Scare the shit out of everybody.
Mm. But I'll tell you what, it must have some recoil, even if it's a blank, because when they fire it, the damn thing jumps off the floor.
Oh yeah, the howitzers, you guys probably use the same ones. A lot of countries use those. The those have the big ass claws on the feet. And they'll dig into the ground every time one of those things jump.
Mm.
And then now they have tanks that are technically artillery now. They got artillery cannon on them.
Yeah.
And then they can adjust it for height real easy. It's better because it's mobile. You don't have to have a truck to pull it or set it up.
Hey guys, I gotta go kick a dog, so I'm gonna get off for a while.
I think I've got the wrong one showing on there.
Dogs are
I'm
gonna
gonna
fuck
kick a
you.
dog. I'll kick
And
you right in the
dogs
head.
are gonna, you kick one of them, all three of them are gonna jump you.
I'm gonna throw a shoe at you. Want me to throw a shoe?
No, I don't know how I've
Don't
managed
say
that.
it. Don't you sass me.
I'm
Come
still
here,
on the
come here.
Zoom call here with us, but my telly is showing Ray Kelly's live stream.
Yep.
I must have pressed the wrong button somewhere on the screen.
That's right. Ray Kelly was tonight, huh?
Yeah, he's on now.
Yeah, I forgot all about him.
Don't know.
Forgot all about it. I was thinking Ken Herron tonight, but Ken Herron comes on now.
Yeah, usually Gary's on, and
Yeah.
Ray started doing Thursday
Gary,
now,
then Ray, then Ken.
then Ken, and then Sammy tonight.
Who are these people
Yeah.
on his live stream? I don't recognize either one of them.
Who's that? Ray Kelly?
The two people on his live stream. Yeah, I don't recognize either one of them.
Is one
I
of them
couldn't tell you.
Greg? Not Greg, not. What's it, Norman?
I don't know. He's dressed like a damn pirate.
Oh, that's Canadian pirate.
Oh, it's Connecticut,
Connecticut
pirate,
pirate.
John. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Who's the young guy on there?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it. Just
Never
guessing that's
seen him
Connecticut
before.
pirate.
Isn't that the guy that did the editing talk at the meetup? What's it?
Nah.
He calls somebody Norman.
Greg,
You talking about the young guy?
Jeff Norman.
Jeff Norman, that's it. Not Greg Norman. Greg Norman's a golfer.
Yeah, that's
Talking
what I was
about the
thinking.
young guy or the guy in the pirate suit?
Oh, the guy in the pirate is Connecticut pirate. That's John.
No, the guy that did the editing thing looks nothing like that kid. And he's about
Alright.
30 years older. No, he looks about my age. I would say he's probably late 30s, early 40s, maybe. Maybe. He looks around my age.
Well, John Gregory is Connecticut pirate, and the other one is Alex Haggart from New York. I think he lives on Rhode Island or something, he was saying.
Sorry for him. Sorry for his loss. Never lived in New York.
Yeah, from Rhode Island.
Yeah, I don't know who he's that CT pirate.
Yeah, CT for
Okay.
Connecticut.
I've never seen him before.
That's John Gregory.
They must be giving something away. We're all putting numbers in the chat.
Huh.
We're gonna
That's
give
for
away
a $10 gift card he puts out once a month.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
he puts a gift card out, but he puts a thing. If you win, you get your name put in a hat, and he does a draw every month for something.
I hope he does it live because
Oh yeah, he does it live on screen. Yeah. He's got a few people in there. John Procut, Mendes Drones, Ronnie,
the minute you
Wedge,
stop giving stuff away, you lose about 30% of your
Joey.
audience.
Yeah.
Bill even said he noticed that when Alexa was giving all that stuff away.
Yeah.
His viewership went way up in the minute they stopped doing that. About
Yeah.
30% of his
They'll stop
audience.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting, I think, well, he was averaging like 40, 50 people, right? And then it went
Yeah.
down to, I think, like 20, 25 after he stopped giving away stuff. That will do it, though.
Jerry Ballard, Jody's over there. Marcus, Alex Escargo. Oh look, Hot Rod in Daytona's over there.
Is that the box you're sending it back in, Paul?
Jordan Beauchamp.
You're muted, by the way, Paul. You're talking to us.
And baby must weigh 100 pounds.
Oh, you decided you are sending it back?
Well, yeah, you told me to.
Yeah, I think you need to. Because listen, the only drone you freaking fly is the Air 2S 90% of the time. So if anything, get your money back. If you have an itch to buy a drone, buy another replacement Air 2S and keep the rest of the money.
I think Rafe just finished now, hasn't he? He's ended, I think, Ray.
Well, I'm listening to you guys, and
I think you need to send them.
get rid of it. Send it back.
Well, this is the thing. If you're going to buy a drone that old, you better fly the shit out of it while you have it, because every day it's getting older and it's going to be worth.
It's getting older, exactly.
And it's going to be worth less, and then eventually it's just going to be a paperweight to you that you wasted $900 on.
Well, at my age too,
So
most of this stuff I have is like, who the hell's going to use it? Who's going to buy it? Who's going to get it? Nobody gives a shit about it.
well, that's what I'm saying. So you might as well give it back while you can. Because then, like I said, if you get the itch to buy another drone, just buy you another replacement Air 2S.
Gary was on before Ray. That's why, yeah, Ken Heron must be starting now.
Now Ken's not going on tonight.
Isn't he?
Paul Hodges has forwarded me randomly. He hasn't sent me nothing in months. He randomly forwarded me an article to Ken's YouTube channel, community page. I guess his dog died, so at 14 years. So he's not doing a live show tonight. He said he's
that dog's been with him a long time, and it's not been well for a bit.
So I don't know why Hodges sent that to me. He just randomly sent that to me. He hasn't sent me nothing in months. And he just randomly sent me a
Give me 2 shakes
to his channel, community page.
No, Sean was on tonight 3 hours ago discussing the Anzu Raptor as a DJI alternative. That's that one that's the same as the M30 or whatever. More than Mavic 3 Enterprise or something bleeding silly like that. All finished. Why have I not got?
No, he's boxing up that fucking that drone, putting the label and everything on it. That's what he's working on.
Yeah, but his live stream has gone to comments, not
What?
what's it?
Oh, it ended again?
Mm,
Oh, not on my page. It's not. I just pulled it up.
36 views 3 hours ago.
Oh, that's because there was some reason earlier his thing glitched and it stopped his live stream and restarted it almost instantly.
I see.
So you're on the
So there
wrong
should,
one.
there
That's why.
should be another one somewhere.
Yeah, if you go to his homepage, you should see it.
Mm.
Yeah, it happened right at the beginning.
All right.
Okay.
No, that streamed 5 hours ago.
Ugh. Well, thanks for your advice on telling me to get rid of that. So I have a hard time letting go of
Stop
anything.
watching. There he is.
I think Joe does the same too, don't you?
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you're not going to fly it as much, you had a good deal. You know, you can be happy with it as it is, but if you want to, instead of selling it and losing money, better to send it back, get all your money back,
Yeah.
or make a decision whether you're going to fly it more.
If what David said is true, they're going to pay me no matter what, and I'm not going to hold my breath, but
You'll get paid.
all it takes is for the seller to say, "Oh no, it was broken. It came back broken. It did blah 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 blah."
No, you'll get it back.
I hope so. It works that way because I can put the money in the bank because I got summer taxes are due in July, so.
That's it. You've got bills due soon.
And that's $2,000 summer taxes.
At the very worst, you get another add to us and still have money.
No, it's more important that he pays his tax bill.
Oh yeah.
Has Paul Hodges gave any reason why he don't come on Paul's panel anymore? Yeah, he said his sign business tripled and he's been getting more involved in the lady's his girlfriend's family. So yeah, he said that.
He's got his new squeeze, and he comes in and lurks a little bit here and there, but we don't see him.
He has a lot more work to do. He's got an extra mouth to feed now. Oh.
Yeah, this is gonna be 2 minutes long, this video. I'm gonna stick that out right away.
Oh, I'm having computer problems over here now too.
Oh. It's a good program to edit with, but sometimes it can be quirky.
Mm.
It can be hard to edit, you know.
I gotta go let me in, be right back.
Hmm. Fat Pasta's on as well.
Who?
Fat Pasta.
What's up, JDS?
Fat
White
spelled
Point, Brian.
P-H-A-T. He's a pastor at a church, and he flies drones, and he encourages kids in the parish to come and race tiny whoops around the church.
Brian, isn't that something the cavemen used to do? What's a letter?
Uh-huh.
And I don't mean around the outside of the church. I mean, they put gates, made gates to hang inside the church, and they actually race inside the church.
Stop spamming the chat, JDS. First warning, old man.
Tammy's down is starting at 2 o'clock, which it's 1 now here.
You're gonna start early.
Yeah, she's starting in 3/4 of an hour. I think normally that's 9 p.m. your time, isn't it? I think she normally starts at 10 when Ken's on, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But obviously he's not on tonight, so.
Oh, this is cool. This little 2-minute video I did this. Because I got a song called Cinematic Quest, right? And right when it starts going crazy, the music starts going crazy with it. That's gonna be a good video.
JDS, how you doing? Sorry it took me so long. I was running around here doing some things. I'm returning a drone for eBay.
Did you go
To the
through it really
seller.
good to make sure everything was in there?
Yeah.
Okay. You won't have to open that box back up to shove something in there.
Well, I did happen to open the end up because what I forgot was I forgot to put the paperwork inside there.
Yeah.
You didn't get in the charging unit, right?
Nope. Kept
It was
the
a
car.
packing slip, right? Is that what it was? A packing slip?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming eBay told the mail people that they were shipping batteries, so you don't run into that.
No, I
Bullshit.
don't know what they told them.
I'm sure that they probably paid for that because
Well,
they
the son of a gun weighs about 70 pounds.
because eBay would. I'm sure that they do all the proper stuff when it comes to shipping. Otherwise, that'd just be a headache for them.
Who's picking it up? Is it UPS or USPS?
No, they're not picking it up. I got to go to the post office in the
You
morning.
got to take it.
I thought the post office wouldn't take nothing that big.
What it says UPS, USPS.
Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't think they'd take stuff that big, but I guess. I don't know. If we'll find out tomorrow when you go to take it in there.
Yeah.
But when you get there, just what are you gonna ask somebody to come out and help you, or do you have like a little portable dolly you can take with you?
I got a little portable dolly I'll take with me.
There you go. Because I saw you struggling with that. I don't think you're gonna be able
Oh
to
yeah,
carry it in there.
that's a brute.
Yeah.
Here it is.
I've
Yeah.
got a tiny.
USPS.
I've got a little what's it? Like a sack truck that folds up into a nice little flat thing.
Are you gonna put that on the box, or are you gonna have them put it on there when you
Oh,
get
I
there?
put it on. I already taped it on.
Okay.
I
That's
printed
one-
off extras, so
A copy, yeah. And that should automatically come with the tracking number because of the size of it and everything. The price of it.
Yeah.
Because they go by shipping. I think if it's over $50 or it might be over $20, it has to have a tracking number. So
Tim's telling you to check your messages if you haven't already done it.
It says right here. No postage necessary if mailed in the United States.
Yeah, Brian.
Well, we're cutting it down to the wire because the 13th is Monday. As
As
far
long
as,
as, well, as long as it's shipped, that's all it counts.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That we're cutting it down to the wire. I'm glad I read that and you guys talked me into it. I think I am.
I think if it would have been me, I would have probably sent it back to,
The total amount was it with tax and everything, and I'm gonna get that back, I'm sure, don't I?
Yes, Brian, he
yeah, you
is.
get all of that.
The total I paid for it was,
Cause you'll get your shipping and what you paid for it. And obviously they're paying to have it shipped back, so it's not coming out of your pocket.
$981.54 is what I'll be getting back.
And you'll be probably $15 in the hole from you running back and forth, getting screws and that, and taking
Oh, yeah,
that to
yeah,
the
yeah,
post
that
office.
doesn't bother me any.
You'll be about $15, $20 in the hole. That's not that bad. It's better than what the alternative would have been. You would have been a couple $100.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I got a thumbnail
Yeah,
that
Brian,
pops.
he is.
There's the Paul R. Tregurtha, the biggest ship on the Great Lakes.
Yeah, Brian, he's sending it back because either he can send it back and get his full money or keep it. That's pretty much his choices, but it's up to him. But he said we told him to send it back because he's not going to fly it enough to make it worth keeping.
Yeah, I
Like-
bought it out of nostalgia. I don't
Like I said, in a couple months, if you get the itch to buy a drone, you can go buy another Air 2S and still have money left. The replacement Air 2S isn't but like what, $400 or $500? If
Yeah.
that, I think it's actually cheaper than that now. I want to say it's around 400. They were like
Air
6 or
2S.
yeah, I think they were originally around 6 something, weren't they?
Yep.
Now I think they're 4 something for a replacement.
Yeah, because when the Inspire arrived, Brian, it was missing the goggles and the charger. And
Yeah.
when the guy was supposed to have sent them on as a second package, it never got to Paul, and UPS said it was sent back because it had a battery in it.
Actually, they said they were going to destroy it.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said they were going to send it to one of their facilities to be disposed of. Because technically, that by law, they're allowed to do that because of the improper shipping of batteries. They can actually do that.
Oh, see what he says? That's what I was afraid of. He
What?
sent back a camera and a Canon camera, and now they're saying he's not going to get his money back for 1 to 2 months.
That's not right. Something's wrong there.
Well, is that through eBay? Waypoint?
It usually takes 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, if somebody told you that, somebody fucking lied to you, dude. You need to call them back. There's no reason it should take 1 to 2 months. You might have got a new person on the phone that was new to the call center.
He says he sent it back to Canon.
Oh, well, that's dealing with Canon, though, not eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about eBay returns, not Canon. Yeah, that's just something weird that Canon does then, but that's horrible customer service. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's wrong.
If it's gonna take them that long
Yeah,
to
that's
process.
just bad service. That.
Yeah, if they're gonna take 2 months to process a return, that's insane. That should not take more than a week for any company to get that resolved and refunded for any kind of item.
That's that T70.
Yeah, so he went directly through Canon. Yeah, it's a whole different thing then. Not the same
Joe?
what we're talking about.
Joe, are you planning on buying any more drones?
Not this yo.
Paul's trying to find a buyer for the Inspire on here.
Well, no, I was,
Are you
I know
sure,
you
Joe?
said Johnny's been talking to you about a certain kind of drone or,
Yeah, getting a bigger one,
No.
yeah.
one that's about the size of an Inspire. Only $1,000, Joe.
No, I hope not to buy another one this year. Even if they come out with a crazy one, I'm probably not gonna buy it.
What, now when are they supposed to come out with a new drone?
Probably September.
Usually they do
Probably
one right a month.
September, October, November, they'll be coming out with something.
Yeah, they usually do it a month or two before Christmas
Mm.
because then a bunch of people will use it as an excuse to go out and buy. Oh, it's Christmas time. I had to buy myself a $3,000 drone. Like you would have bought it anyway. I don't give a shit if it was July.
They reckon it'll either be
Well,
an upgrade to the Air 3 or a Mavic 4.
Joe knows that I love the Air 2S and it's my go-to drone.
I would say the Mavics, though, if you look at the Mavic 2 and 3, they were about 4 or 5 years apart. I think they'll do the same, only because those are kind of considered the more professional, higher end ones.
It's at least 2. Well, it's 2 years since the Mini 3 Pro came out. So it must be getting on for 2.5 years since the Mavic 3 came out.
But look how slow they are on the Mavic series compared to the Air and the Mini series. Those they pump out like crazy. And now even the FPV ones are starting to pump out more of. I don't think they really do that, the more expensive ones as quick because obviously they're selling to a lot more let's say people with deeper pockets to buy those ones.
Yeah.
So they want to support them and kind of give them a lifespan of a little bit to make people feel like they got their money's worth out of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Mavic 3, you're talking like
$3,000.
over 2 grand, yeah.
It's $3,000 just for the basic model, and then it goes up to I think what 4,000 to 6,000 if you get the
It's
Cine.
about 5 for the Cine, I think.
Yeah.
But you got the RC Pro with that as well.
But they definitely aren't pumping
That-
out
now,
Mavics
that-
like they are the
That's
other
the
ones.
big question: is are they going to bother updating the RC Pro to have OcuSync 4?
No.
Do a version 2 of it? I don't
Hon-
think so.
Honestly, I think the Mavic replacement probably won't be for at least another year. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, but it seems like they don't push those ones out as quick because they're kind of their flagship ones, you know, as far as the foldables go.
Plus, they also came out with 2 extra Mavic 3s since they brought the original one out.
Yeah, they had the Enterprise one too. Because Dre, I
Yeah,
think, has 2
well,
of
they
those.
brought out the Classic and the Mavic 3 Pro, didn't they? So
No, ma'am. Go.
Yeah, and then Dre's got 2 of the Mavic 3 Enterprises, I believe. I
yeah,
think
he's
he has
got the Enterprise as well. Yeah,
I think he just recently bought another one too. He's got 2
but I
of them now.
mean, I think, want the Enterprise about 6,000 or 7,000, something like that.
I'm not sure on those ones. I would guess between 6 to 8, somewhere in there.
I can't remember whether it had the mechanical. I think the Enterprise had a mechanical shutter,
Well, it depends too, because sometimes they have
and I
the
think it's got
different
the
levels of
infrared
Enterprise.
on it. I
And
think he got the infrared one, didn't he? The thermal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they have different
Yeah.
levels of the Enterprise. One will have just kind of the basics, and one will have more. And then they might
Yeah.
have a third one that's got all kinds of shit that goes with it. Yeah, I think he has the thermal ones, because Dre tends to, if you notice when Dre buys a drone, if there's like 3 different models of it, he's gonna get the top of the line one, whichever one has the most features. Because
Well, he's qualified himself as a thermal inspection. What's it now, and so he uses them for doing solar panels and stuff like that.
that's what I'm saying. He like when he got the M3, what is it, the M30T or whatever it is, he got the one that had all the bells and whistles with it. Like it had everything.
Yeah.
He didn't spare no expense. He wasn't like, oh, give me the base model. He went for the one that had everything.
Yeah.
But that's smart though, because you never know when you might need that, and your drone has everything
Yeah.
that you possibly could ever need. You might run into that one job where you might need something that drone has, but you don't want to be better with it than without it. Look, Paul's already looking at. What are you looking at?
Well, what I'm looking for is if the crooks are out there. They must be out there. Here's a Mini 4 Pro SIM card included, drone only, no controller, $150.
Yeah. No, forget it.
Oh, it gets better. Let me go down here a little bit.
And you know what you do when you run across those ridiculous ones like that? You report them as scams.
Here's a brand new DJI Mini 4 Pro with the smart controller, battery, video camera.
See,
180.
the thing is eBay isn't
Yeah,
checking
that's
on
nearly-
all the.
Nearly $1,200. That.
But the thing
Yeah.
is eBay isn't filtering these listings, and they're saying, "Oh, well, this product should cost this much. Why are they selling it so low?" They don't do that.
Look at
These
this
people
one.
post these accounts, and then they get as many people that they can
That's a
scam as
Phantom.
possible. Then when they get a couple people complaining, that's when eBay finally removes it and figures out what's going on. So what you should do is automatically report these when you run across them, because you know they're
Yeah.
absolute bullshit. But you got to make sure it's not a bid or a buy it now, because you don't want to report somebody's legitimate bid.
Look
one
at
that
this,
they
and
have.
this clown is going to ship it to you for $9.25.
Yeah, and if it's not a 3 or 5 day bidding thing, then that's bullshit. 100% a scam. You go to the 3 little dots and report it as a scam.
But there's all kinds. There's one for $98. Mini 3 Pro combo. With
Well,
smart controller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Report them as scams as you're looking through these.
Well, the problem is I don't think you can report them. This is on Facebook Marketplace.
oh yeah, there'll be hundreds of scams on there.
I mean, you can report them, but fucking fuck Facebook. They don't do anything to control their own site. It's fucking wild, wild west on there for scams.
I mean, I was having a look at getting
why.
another RC
That's why I don't
just
use.
in case I was going to have problems getting this one sorted out. Plus, it'd give me a spare. And the cheapest I can find an RC on eBay is £160.
That's exactly why I don't really use Facebook for anything but just keeping in touch with people on Messenger. Other than that, I don't really use it because it's annoying seeing all the scammy shit constantly on there.
Yeah. So they're trying to sell the whole Flymo kit for less than you can
$100.
buy the controller for.
Now, here's another one. Look at this one. Let's report it.
Yeah, so you can report it whether they actually do anything about it, but
On
Never
half
heard.
of them, you'll find the pictures are the same.
yeah, because all they're doing is Google imaging searching pictures, and then they're all downloading the same. Because somebody legitimate out there did take the pictures and posted them to their Facebook, and they got onto Google Images, and then somebody Googled image, oh, selling of a Mini 2, and then the pictures come up, and then they just download them and reuse them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, is even Facebook, they don't vet these listings to see if products are actually being listed for a decent amount to what the product actually costs, you know? Because
Yeah.
if they did that, they would go through here and they would see $1,000 drone kit for 150 bucks. Yeah, something's wrong.
Well, I don't know what your insurance companies are like over there, but over here now, expensive items, if you make a claim on a theft or something for an expensive item, they want you to send them a photograph of it. And when you do, they then Google and back search the internet to see if you've downloaded that picture off the internet.
Oh, yeah. They do a reverse image search on it.
Yeah.
How in the hell are you gonna send something back if it's stolen? A picture of it.
Well, they expect you to have taken a picture of it somehow before it got stolen.
Paul's got a Mini 3 Pro anyway, Brian. He don't even fly.
Yep.
Send that to me, Paul. I'll fly it.
Look at this one, $29.
Yeah, don't buy it.
But it's taking the world by storm, Joe. And
Yeah, okay.
you know, it's some retired engineer that doesn't want you to, and the big droning doesn't want you to know all their secrets, but he's going to reveal them with his $39.99 drone.
Well, I think Tammy might be doing stuff about dogs today because she left a comment on one of my videos of Precious. And said she was looking from and through the videos, everything. She's, I recognise that back from Paul Murray's show.
That's an unbelievable price too, right there. Right, Joe?
DJI Mavic 3 with DJI Carafresh battery, propellers, remote, and D filters. Yeah,
What's the
that's
price?
really
$494?
low.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's insanely low. That thing should be a minimum, probably 1,200-1,500 minimum.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if somebody was just trying to get rid of it because they needed the money quick, and they were taking a cut just to get rid of it.
Mm.
But yeah, that's a $3,000 drone just for the basic
Because
model.
look at it.
Like
How
I
many
said,
batteries?
for the base model of the Mavic 3, Paul, you're looking at least $3,000.
Yeah.
No,
How many batteries?
it's
Just
the
one.
RCN. It's got the RCN one. That's the 2 cameras. So that's the original Mavic 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Mavic
So
3
it's-
Classic. Is the
No.
No,
original.
the Mavic 3
that's the
Classic has
original.
only got 1 camera.
Yeah, but that's
the
the
original Mavic.
There's two
The Classic
cameras
is the
there,
second
right?
one.
Yeah,
yeah, but the
that's the
Mavic,
original Mavic 3
but
with
the
2
Classic
cameras.
is the
It's got-
cheapest.
Yeah,
is
I
what I'm
know.
saying.
But the Classic is the cheapest, but it's only got 1 camera.
Look at here.
Those filters were double
If
filters.
you don't need the battery, offer
So that's that's
$15.99.
2 cameras. So that I think was 1,700 when it came out.
So the Mavic 3 Classic right now, you can get with the smart controller, 2 batteries, and a bunch of extras. They're going for about 1,800 right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd want at least a minimum of 1,000 to 1,200 for that drone.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 or 9, like I said, if you're gonna trying to get rid of it really quickly. At $1,800, I would say I wouldn't go less than 900. And that's like I said, because you got to find a person that's willing to spend $900 in one shot anyway, let alone 1,200.
Yeah. Plus, not many people want the original Mavic 3 because the 70 zoom isn't as good. It's better than it was when it first came out, but it's not as good as the camera on the Pro. I think on the main camera, which was the good camera, that did 1 to 3 times digital zoom, and
Yeah,
then
that
the second camera jumped straight to 7 times, and there was nothing between the 3 and the 7.
yeah, and the one I saw on Amazon, Brian, was $13.99. That was just the controller, the drone, and the one battery. That was it. That wasn't even the combo. The combo was like around 17, 18. But yeah, $400,
Hey, look, Dave,
460.
I
That's
don't want to throw a
kind of
shoe at
cheap.
you, but wait, let me work.
Somebody'd have to
I
be
wanna make a
desperate to
food in a
sell a
minute.
drone at that price like that.
Well, it always makes me wonder how many of these drones are stolen.
I'm sorry.
Well, you'd find out when you go to flip it on. Somebody reported it. I think DJ nerfs those things when they get reported stolen. At least that's what I've been told by a couple people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've also flown drones that were still signed in other people's accounts too. So
I've still got three of my drones are still on somebody else's account. My Air 2S's,
yeah,
my original Mini, and my
I never unbound my accounts from my Mini or my Air 2S, and I sold them, and I gave them my number and told them if they had any issues to call me, and they never did. So
Yeah.
like I said, I've flown drones. The drone that I bought, that Spark, was under somebody else's account, and I still flew that, no problem.
well,
I didn't have any
DJI
issues.
won't, or say they can't take them off other people's accounts. But if you give them the serial numbers, they will tell you the email address of the account they're attached to, so that you can email them.
I like my thumbnail.
But I've tried with my drones to get the person that I bought it off to remove it from their account, and got no joy off any of them.
So on the thumbnail, I got the drone even pixelated to make it look like something's really wrong.
The only real problem about it being on somebody else's account is that all the flight logs are logged on their account and not on yours.
It'll tell you though. It'll tell you how many flights it had when you log on. Because when I
Yeah,
bought
but
that one, that Air 2S, it told me it had like 70 flights.
yeah, but if you want to go in the flight log and see where it's actually flown, you can't, because
can't.
it's all the data is going into their account, not yours.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna screen share again and get you guys advice.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy anything.
Right here. This is my registered drones. This is page 3. There's
Uh-huh.
the Inspire. Should I?
Don't take it off your register until it's been delivered to the other
Yeah.
person.
Don't take it off until they get it delivered. I'd almost wait till you get a refund.
Yeah, then
Here's,
if they
here's all
try,
the drones that I've had and canceled.
Though the registration of a drone doesn't matter as far as it goes. It's not ownership or anything like that. It's just
Yeah, you got the information that you sent it back. So as soon
Yeah.
as they give you the refund, cancel it. Wait till you get a refund.
although he could actually deregister it as soon as he sends it to the post office.
Yeah. I'd almost
Because
wait till he gets it.
anything that happens after that point then cannot be attributed to him as the
Yeah.
registered pilot.
Yeah, that's the point. Wait till they take it at the post office. Once they take it,
Come
then I
back
would cancel.
tomorrow and take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure when they give it to you, make sure they give you a receipt too.
Yeah.
And then put that in your folder and then cancel it.
Okay.
That way it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Did you actually bind the Inspire to your DJI account?
Yes. Yes.
Well, have you unbound it before you put it back in the box?
No.
No, do that when you
No.
send it to.
No, I think don't you have to have the remote and
No, because
the
the
drone switched on?
remotes are in the box. So
Yes,
the
but don't-
remotes are bound to that drone.
Yes, but is that drone bound to your DJI account?
No. Only through registration.
Right, that's okay then.
Well, I want to know, I want to thank you and Justin and everybody for talking me into sending it back.
Yeah, I can see both points though, Paul, you know. I can see the point of keeping it, but if you don't really think you're gonna fly it that much, I wouldn't keep it.
Well, the thing of it
I
is,
wouldn't have done.
the couple of times I flew it flew just like the old Inspires, but it
Yeah.
wasn't as solid. It doesn't have the electronics. It doesn't, it flew okay, but you had to watch it all the time.
Yeah, I'd let it go. I'd give it up.
There wasn't any put the stick forward and it went straight because it would
Yeah.
wander a little bit.
Not quite the same. GPS
Yeah.
on it isn't as good as it is now.
No.
Yeah, I'd definitely send it back. I wouldn't even thought about it if I knew that. Okay, that one's ready to go. It just
Yeah,
published it.
Joe, when I flew it, it brought back memories of before when you had to really watch your flight. Where
Yeah.
with the newer drones, you could be a little bit more liberal, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I couldn't be that liberal today.
No, if you were flying the Inspire, you'd have lost it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how bad it was till I looked at the goggles. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I just posted it. Let me see. Oh, come on, machine. Please accept it. I mean, this thing, I'm gonna have to reboot this computer. It's just, I'll press on something and it waits, then it works.
Well, you know, I've been having computer problems on and off all day with mine. Now, I don't know whether it's just the future, you know, we're gonna have a lot of problems, issues. I don't know. Because more and more people are on the internet, you know?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got good internet now. It shouldn't have an issue. Yeah,
Well,
let me show
I've
you.
got, I've updated all my equipment and everything here too, so.
Yes, Brian, he is.
Yeah, here you go. Let's see if it shows. Tell me if y'all can see it.
Even though he's got two
Yep.
of the RCs, he still insists on using the old smart controller because it fits in his hands better. And the screen's brighter.
A lot brighter.
Hi, Randy.
Yeah, you'll see it start to lose the pixelation.
Well,
Should be
I see it rocking a little bit too. What's that all about?
Well, that's just the wind. That was no problem.
Oh, so it's a little
But
windy?
you see the pixelation now? It's
Yeah.
beginning to lose it now. Watch. So right now, the only thing I'm looking at is the telemetry moving. Because I know it's still moving.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the gimbal on that just up and down and not side
Yeah,
to
it's just
side?
up and down. Yeah, just two. But you see what's happening. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to get control of it. It's doing it what it wants to do. It's trying to search for a signal. But the telemetry is still working. I'm getting it to come back towards me. Now it turned around with the other way. So no, come on back. So then all of a sudden I got control again. But you notice what I did? I went up instead of being anywhere to the sides because I
Right.
knew I was clear above me. And now I'm back in full control.
Yeah, just remember what Dustin Dunhill did. He
Yeah.
was flying round his, I suppose it's a garden, and he ignored the fact that it was running out of battery and wanted to come home, and he carried on flying it. Then he started
Yeah.
talking to the UPS delivery driver, and it
Yeah,
went
I saw
into
it went up.
return to home and went up straight into a tree.
Yep. It will do that.
Hi, Max. You'll be in trouble being on here, Max. Sammy starts in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right. I lost 2 Air 2s this year, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
One on the ice floe and the other one out in the lake.
Mm-hmm. I think that's 3 altogether, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, that could have been bad today. But I learned, I think after the first flight of my Mini 3 Pro, when I did panic, just trust it. Trust it and look down at the telemetry and see what the telemetry is doing. 'Cause that's what Marcus Crawford told me. Marcus Crawford, because I explained what happened, and he told me, this is right after I started learning how to fly. He says, Captain Jim, he said, I'm gonna put out a video. Put out a video, and it said, trust in the drone. Let it come back to you. And I've never not trusted the drone since. When I lost it over at 7,000 feet, that Mavic 3, and it was out there, I wasn't getting the same kind of pixelation. I'm not getting anything. So I looked down at the bottom left-hand corner and noticed the numbers were coming to me. So I knew that I was stable and they were coming my way. So guess what? Just keep coming. And it turned around 56 seconds later, I got full control. So.
Hey Max, is Tammy doing the dog videos because of Ken losing his dog this week?
Hey Max.
Hello, Max.
Another video put out today.
What time's Tammy going on?
She's
Now.
going on in a minute, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
about to jump. I gotta
yeah,
get something to eat.
let's call it,
Just to
and because Mark's gonna go over to Tammy's channel. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Later, Paul.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
All right,
Thanks
see
for
ya.
all the help and advice.
Hey.